Tonight we have a guest, our friend.
Hello!
Our friend Michael is here, and we always have so much fun when he's here. So you all sit back, listen in, feel free to comment, feel free to throw us any questions as we go, but this is what we're going to do. Our podcast is called In the Closet, and it's not what you think if you're new to my live TikTok in the evening. My live TikTok in the day is quite different if you saw me there. We talk fitness and nutrition. But at night, we podcast In the Closet. It's called In the Closet because normally, when we don't have a guest, we are in our closet podcasting because we have 4 kids and it's noisy in our house and we need some privacy and some peace and quiet. So we go into our closet, which fortunately is big enough to host a podcast. So here we go. Is everybody ready?
So here we are.
Here, yeah.
Hi, everybody. I completely interrupted your spiel just to say hi to your viewers. But hello, everyone, and I want to say a special thank you to these wonderful folks for having me, and hi to you all.
No problem. Michael does not have a TikTok, so we need to get on that. Michael.
He's
Yes,
downloading
I
a
know.
TikTok.
Well, if I would have had my phone, I probably would have done it right now.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
You got to download
We
it.
really
I
didn't-
will.
We really didn't make him put his phone on to the side, but he just.
Yeah.
He wants to focus.
Michael is, I guess, do we call you a gamer?
Yeah, you could absolutely do that.
Yeah, a gamer,
100%.
and you stream
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
And he's very good at it. My son enjoys watching you. Probably not.
Yes. So can I give a story?
Yeah, give us
So
a
listen, so I came over here this like the second time. So that was what, like February? What was the day of the fight? The 25th
It was
or
the big.
something?
It was the big fight.
2 weekends ago, maybe?
Yeah. So, and their
Yeah.
son was like talking all this shit about how he was going to destroy me and wreck me in Fortnite because I guess I'm a boomer. I've been called a boomer.
Hey, I'm a boomer
31.
too.
You're not a boomer.
So I'm like, dude, okay, we're going to see about this. I'm going to completely push your shit in. So when I got home the next day, I kind of got a little shook because these kids will just like drop in and just wreck your shit. So I was like, maybe I talked all this shit to the wrong kid. So we got on and we were playing a few matches and I completely obliterated him and it was wonderful.
I know, that's what he said. Our son, you all, maybe if you've been here nights before in the past, he'll pop his head in the door. He's almost 12. He'll be 12 April 1st. He's an April Fool's baby, but he loves him some Fortnite. And yeah, he told me, I said, did Michael beat you? He goes, yeah, what did he say? You kill, like, I don't know if you kill each other or you destroy, I don't know, but you did something that he wasn't happy about.
Oh, yeah. So we were just doing like this little mode where you can do like a 1v1 kind of thing, and it'll keep going as many rounds as you want. And I was like, I'm going to destroy you, bro. Like, it's going to happen. And here we were. It was like 12-0. He was like, okay.
I think my mom's telling me it's time to go to bed now.
Yeah.
That's great.
Jeff and I are not gamers at all. Would you say that? I mean, I know you can play video games.
I haven't played in forever, and when I
Right.
did back in the day, all I played was NBA 2K.
Yeah.
Sports games. I play
Okay.
NBA 2K, I play Madden, but I never played anything else. Now, I did get into, with Nate, when he first started playing games, I got into Call of Duty.
Okay.
That was
Yeah.
kind of addictive.
I think they still play that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that Nate said Storm's a Call of Duty guy. Storm is another friend of ours that does some games
That I
too.
want to marry. Just saying. So,
Michael
Storm,
loves
if you're
him
out
some
there.
Storm. I'm not sure
Lord.
that Storm's on TikTok either. But we're going to get us all together on a podcast sometimes, and that'll be a fun time.
Yeah, then you'll see me be all embarrassed. I'll be talking all this shit. I'll be like, if Storm was here, AYZ, whatever. And then when he gets here, you'll see I'm just like cowering in the
I know,
corner.
like batting your
Hey.
eyelashes.
He's
Yeah.
going to be like Nate, talking trash. and
Yeah.
then-
Yeah, right?
And it really comes. Yeah.
So,
that'll happen.
how did everybody's week go? Good
Okay.
week?
Mine was a horrible week.
Oh, no.
I hate that when I come here, it's like sob story.
It
'cause
is.
Mine was a horrible week.
Hey, Salem Sid. Salem Sid's here.
Salem Sid's back.
Caitlin said.
He's one of our favorites.
He's a regular.
Oh, okay.
It's 6 o'clock already. No, we are a little bit late. And here comes Nate, as I said, and the dog. I
doggy.
mean, why not? Sid, you wanted to see our dog last night. So Callie is trying to get. She's running around here.
Yeah, but I
somewhere.
need a charger.
No, it's definitely later than 6 here.
There's
We
one
get
up
started
here.
late. Huh? What are you doing?
He's trying to get a charger.
Aww.
So there's our son. He just told Michael just told the story about when he beat you at Fortnite.
No, you did not.
You're gonna lie?
Sailor Sid in Mexico. I'm sorry that you had a bad week, but yeah, it seems like every time you come here the week before, are we a curse?
I don't know.
A jinx?
I don't
No,
know.
we're. It would be the week after you spend time with us.
I think so.
See,
so
coming
next
to us
week's
at the
going to
end
be
of the week.
amazing.
Yes.
What this is healing.
100%.
Tonight.
100%.
What went wrong this week?
So it started off like, literally, it was like, it started off fucking hellacious. Am I allowed to curse?
Yeah, it's TikTok.
It was, guys, it was fucking crazy. Like, do you ever have those days you get up and you're like, the sun's shining, this is great, my life is wonderful,
Yeah.
and then boom, shit's fucking on and popping.
Yeah.
So I got a text, I woke up, and I always am very, like, cognizant when it's sunny. I'm like, it's like I'm wanting to be happy.
Yeah,
it just happens.
of course. Yeah, me too.
So it was like that. Like I remember waking up and like sun was coming through like my blinds, and I was like, yes, today's gonna be a good day. Like I just believed in it.
Right.
And I got a fucking text from a customer at like 7:30, like instantly on the day. Like I'm having this huge. It was a big fucking issue.
Oh, no.
And needed to be like rectified as soon as fucking possible. And he was like, and this is like, so I'm in sales, guys. So like, you know, if anybody out there is in sales, like I'm sure you probably have like some customers that you're like, this nothing can go wrong with like this customer. Like you know,
I've been in sales my whole career, and I know what you're talking about.
Yes,
But
yes.
then there's customers, nothing can go right. Is that what?
well, I
It's
mean,
like there's these customers that you. Something's always wrong.
Yes,
It's not even
yeah.
their fault. It's
Yeah.
just like, how do I screw something up for this customer every
Right.
time, or something for my company, something screwed up for this customer.
Right, exactly. I
But
get what
that's
you're
not
saying.
what you're talking about.
No, so he just is a very difficult personality. Like he's just not easy. Like if he's very abrasive. So like
Okay.
if something goes wrong, you're like, just please nothing go wrong with this
Right.
customer. So already that's in it. And like I get a text and they're like, they're like, if this issue is not rectified, like we're leaving your company tomorrow.
Oh,
it needs to
shoot.
be rectified now.
Which
they
is
were fucking pissed.
Big trouble
Well,
for
how-
Michael.
Yes, big
Right.
trouble because basically, you know, like success can come from having a positive relationship with like the branch managers that I work with in a day-to-day basis. So if they're getting inundated with like complaints from their customers, then they're feeling the brunt of something that I've done. They're going to pass that up the chain. It's going to get to like,
Right.
you know, corporate for me.
Right.
So it's always nice to keep them happy, and to keep that happy is to take one of these calls so they're not calling them, right?
Right.
So they give me that text right off, and they're like, this is going wrong, and we need it fixed immediately. And the tone, I could tell shit was popping. So I just felt that. I'm like, fuck. And all day long, the whole day, it was just like horrible trying to fix this.
Oh, no.
Then I had to drive back here to go to court for a speeding ticket. That was still, it was in a speeding trap. Like, it was
Oh,
ridiculous.
gosh, yeah.
And I'm happy to go to court, and I'm late to court.
Oh, that's never good.
And
And-
nerves were out of control.
Yeah, so I'm late, and I'm like, they're calling me again
Oh.
right before I'm going to court, and that was 30 minutes. So I'm like 45 minutes late.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so that popped off, and then like that whole issue has still been lasting to today. But they were calling me all up until 7:30, so it just started the day off wrong, and
Yeah.
the week it just kind of suffered from it.
Like snowballed.
It's just been bad ever since. Yeah.
Except for when you saw me in the gym. Here's
Yeah.
funny. So here's a funny story. I was at the gym. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. Go.
I was at the gym and I'm you know, I have my headphones in, I'm jamming, and I'm on the row machine, the cable row machine, and I get a text. It's like, oh, it's Michael. And Michael said, I see you with big eyes, and I was like, what is he talking about? And he goes, look to your left, and I look, and it's a Planet Fitness is where we are, so it's big, and I'm like looking like an idiot, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I look so stupid right now. And there he is on the stair climber way over there, and I'm like, okay.
Then it was awkward because like it's like my vision, it's like pointed right at her, and I'm like, I don't want her thinking that I'm just staring at her working out. I'm like, I know no matter what you say, you're probably like, so I just kept looking down like the screen and like not be no. It was so
It'd
weird.
just be another pair of eyes on her.
Oh,
Yeah, just
gosh,
another pair of the mini.
whatever.
Of the mini right
Workout.
now.
Well, right now, yeah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But that was fun. I always like seeing my friends in the gym.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
It is nice.
It is.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
sometimes.
Yeah, the ones that like don't just talk forever.
Yeah.
Oh my
you
gosh.
wanna,
Have you? I'm sorry, I cut you off again.
I'm good.
I'm horrible.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get a word in tonight.
Between the two of us
between the
drinking.
two of you guys, it's just like you're waiting on each other to stop.
Yeah.
Normally, when it's just Jeff and I, he barely gets a word in edgewise because I'm a talker. I can't help it. That's just me. That's just what I do. But anyway, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
I can't remember.
Aw.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. I'll get something in before this is over.
I was,
Yeah, you
that's
will.
what he said. There's this guy in the gym. Have you had the pleasure of him catching your ear?
He doesn't
He'll
know
tell
who
you
he
about,
is.
yeah, you will, because I'm going to tell you a clue. He'll tell you about his knee problems and his divorce.
Okay, no.
Okay. If you do,
He's loud.
I want to refer to a TikTok. Run. You know what I mean? That
Yeah,
would
or
come up
see him
when you
coming.
But
yeah,
he's probably just going after the women.
no,
Oh, anybody
dude,
to
he'll
listen.
talk his ear off.
Oh.
He just wants somebody to listen.
He goes
Yeah.
person to person to person, and I understand. Okay, gym chatter, I get it. Like I feel like there's etiquette though. I feel like there's gym etiquette. When somebody has their headphones on and they're working out, and you want to say something to them because maybe they're a buddy of yours, or maybe you just have a question.
Or you just walk up
approaching-
and give him a fist bump.
Well, yeah, but I mean, approaching them saying, oh, "Hey, how are you doing? Good." But having a 5-minute conversation
Oh,
is, and I'm giving
Yeah.
him grace here. He'll talk to you forever until
Yeah.
you're to the point where you just are like, put your headphones back in and start working out. Then he'll go to the next person. I don't think he lifts a weight. He just like works his jaws.
yeah.
He's nice.
But he doesn't have that social awareness.
And then we ran into him out one night.
Oh, no.
I don't think we've been back.
Huh?
I don't think we've been back there since
Not to
then.
the restaurant. I hope he doesn't
It's
listen
a
because
bar.
he's really a nice guy. But like,
He's listening.
low key.
Might be.
Oops.
He's
I
listening.
know he's not on TikTok, but low key, I kind of wish he were because then he's a very nice guy. Nothing against him, but I think you need to keep the gym chatter down.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say your name.
But he's clueless because he says that.
What?
He's standing over there talking to me forever, telling me how he can't stand when people just hit his ear and won't let him work out, and then he starts to cool down. And he doesn't know. I'm like, huh?
Alex, so basically what you're doing right now.
Like
Yeah,
what
right.
you do the entire time you're here. But can we like go back, because I think that if you're listening to the story of your week, like I was listening to you and validating your horrible week. I think people might want to know what you do.
Oh,
Like, what do you
okay.
sell? Because I'm sitting here thinking, okay, what's this? You got to go through these changes. Who are you keeping? And I'm thinking from a business side because I'm basically a sales coach,
Okay.
and I work with people all the time. I tell them when they need to fire clients. I need to tell them, you need to calculate what that client's worth if they're causing you harm. Sometimes it's not worth the money. But what do you do?
Okay, so I work in the financial industry. I work for a company. Well,
You don't have to say. You don't have to say the name.
Okay.
No, don't- yeah.
So basically, I'm in merchant
Even though it's
services. Yeah. No, this is my old company.
Okay.
Yeah. So I work in merchant services, and basically what that is like we set the infrastructure up, whether or not that's like a retail environment or online environment for folks to be able to accept credit card payments from their customers.
Okay.
So with this customer, basically what happened, I made the mistake. So like a lot of this happened because of me, of a mistake that I made. I should have rectified a while ago and just forgot because I got busy. And basically what happened is I opened an account for them, and they wanted their pricing structure to be a certain way that like that if someone wanted to utilize some of their services, that they would automatically be surcharged, so they wouldn't have to pay the processing costs. That's getting really nitty gritty. So it's basically every time you swipe a card, a merchant has to pay for that swipe.
Right.
And they wanted it set up to where the merchant wouldn't be charged, but the customer would. And then they got tired of it because it was like just a little couple extra steps. They were just like, it's just tiring.
Yeah.
So we created another account, but I didn't close that account. So then other changes that were happening to their account. And then it finally hit to where their machine wasn't working at all. And so he was missing out on hundreds of dollars of transactions and looking like an idiot in front of customers when he would go try and get their payment and it wouldn't work.
Oh.
So it's like the
That's a big
worst
deal.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So totally my fault. But it's like in our company, in order to get shit fucking rectified, it shouldn't be that difficult. You know what I mean? Like it was so difficult to where I'm sitting in this form, and like the way that the structure's set up, we have people who are over a department that handles this. So we had to fill out this little add equipment form and to change the pricing structure. and then I didn't have one thing checked. They're like, you didn't check the boxes. So you need to send in another one. Get in the customer's signature, send it in again. And I messed up twice. So you got to go back
and irritate the customer again.
Yes.
Ask them for
I'm
yes.
happy about that.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? It just
snowballs.
Yeah, it drove me fucking crazy because I'm just like, and this is one of the things I want to talk about is like, you know, a lot of times when we make a mistake, we like to pass that burden off and say,
sure.
well, okay, it wouldn't be this difficult if you all would get your shit together and fix this shit. But at the end of the day, it's like I kept trying to be cognizant of the fact that I made this mistake.
Right.
You know, but then it's like at what point I kept trying to be like rational with myself because I don't want to develop bad habits that lead to me being a bad person, right? So what I would consider me being a bad person leading to a bad habit is like not playing devil's advocate with myself and saying, okay, well, Michael, this needs to be a learning curve for you need to surpass this learning curve and that rectify your shit immediately because you will get busy and you'll forget things.
Right.
So I'm listening to that, but then I'm getting so irritated. I was so pissed at the way that our structure is with our company to get things rectified. I'm like, why the fuck does this take so long to rectify? This customer is hurting. And then like the people, I got an email from someone and she was like, don't reply to this email. And I'm like, I need this shit fixed.
Oh my gosh.
I need this shit fixed and I need you to give me information. I need it now.
Yeah. And
it's like just the way that they are, like the way that department is. And it's like sometimes we get like entrenched in our own like reality. Mm-hmm. It's in our departments and things. Mm-hmm. So we don't understand their burdens and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it's like sales reps, us and the company, like we are the ones that have to deal with the bullshit of the customer every day. We gotta talk to them when they're pissed.
I don't want to deal with the general public.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't mind it, but it's like when things go right.
I think it takes a special person to work with the general public, like in a customer service setting. I mean, I work with the general public, kind of, but it's on a one-on-one. They hired me. We're here together, and that's it. But I have worked with the general public before, and retail and things like that. And I mean, it makes you just hate people sometimes.
Well,
you know what I mean? It's me.
The thing is, though, you've got to. I mean, I think what you said is exactly what needs to happen. Is your mindset. You've got to. I don't know if you take time out of your day in the morning, how you start your day, because when this stuff goes down. I mean, it's hard. It's hard because I have the same problem. Because if you're busy and you're really doing anything, if you're productive, you're going to have shit happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Sorry.
So when the mindset is that positive mindset of when this stuff happens, do you go, I failed, or do you go, I'm learning? And to me, it's both. Okay, you fail, but do you fail forward? And I know that sounds stupid, but you've got to fail forward. You got to make a change, right? You got to say, okay, here's what happened this time.
Right. I just
and it can happen again because trust me, I get covered up, and that's what I was telling her this week. Like the last several weeks, a lot of shit's been going on, so I missed stuff at work I didn't even know I missed. You know, and I had stuff that I was being asked. They're like, can you get that stuff from February in the system like by Friday? And I should really be putting it in as I do it. Like if I went out and worked with these people, I should have put it in on February 21st if that's the day I worked with them, you know, or the day after. But I just let it pile up because what I do is I take all my notes and all my forms are on my iPad. I take it in. So I did it all, but I got to transfer it over, you know.
So in the cup, what do you have in your cup? People want to know. Water, I think, actually. I think he actually has, is it water?
It is Diet Sprite.
Oh, and probably vodka.
No, for the podcast, I got hyped up. I did a shot of.
You did a shot? He did a shot.
I did a shot of bourbon, and then I'm chasing it with some Sprite.
Oh.
Just to get.
Normally, my cup has a label on it, but
did you want a shot?
No. Have wine.
Yeah, Michael and I are having wine.
Yeah, I'll drink this quickly. Yeah, I'll do this with you.
Yay! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get off topic, but
so you basically. Oh, sorry.
No.
I was saying like with you, like stuff happens all the time. You get like overwhelmed, right?
Yes.
And so you got to kind of prepare yourself to get better. I think. Mm-hmm. But you also got to understand that we're all going to screw things up.
Right.
You can't be perfect all the time, or you'll end up having a heart attack.
Right.
But I mean, you do need to probably take the time to figure out processes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've got to do. I get way ahead of myself because I love working with people. I love the sales process, but I hate the freaking paperwork. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The details.
Details, which I hate too.
Details suck. No, I'm disagreeing. Okay. I'm disagreeing with you guys. But I talked about failing 2 mornings ago on my live podcast, or my live in the morning, and you have to be okay to fail. You have to accept that you failed, figure out what happened, and fix it.
Yeah.
And don't dwell on it. Don't stay there. Because if you stay in your failure, your mix up, your screw up, or whatever, it's just going to, like you said, it's going to snowball.
Yeah.
And snowball. It is what it is. It happened. Okay? Own up to it. If it's a mistake you made or if it's just a failure you had, own up to it. What did you do wrong? How are you going to fix it? And let's just try not to do that again. That's the only thing you can do.
Yes. I try to be very cognizant of how I communicate, when issues arise. Like, if I know that it was a mistake that I made, I like to say that because I don't want to be the person that's always like, well, this, well, that. Like, is that not, like, the worst?
But
I don't
you
know,
take
chat,
the sting.
if you're listening.
You take the sting out of it. I mean, that's what we've talked about a lot. Like, I know it took me a long time because I don't want people to look at me negatively. Mm-hmm. But I realized at some point, probably in my 30s, and it was an example my father gave me because he always did it to a fault almost, was so honest, that he'd say, yeah, I did forget about you. Yeah. But what can I do to make it right? And me, now I do that. If my boss comes huffing and puffing and says, I thought you said you were going to do, that report, or what, I'd say, I did say I was going to do it and I haven't done it. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'll get on that. I'll put that top of my priority list. And, and she goes,
but don't give excuses.
Okay.
Right.
It's like the air goes out. She goes, okay. And then she's almost like apologizing. Not really, but that she was so worked up. She knew it. She's like, I know you're going to do it. I'm just
being honest and owning up to it is the best way to get
authentic.
Being authentic.
That's my word, guys. Authentic. Authenticity.
But just understand there are people out there that will run over that authenticity.
It doesn't matter.
True.
There are people.
But at the end of this, I agree because
matter.
I've had that conversation with my sister. Literally today, I was talking to her about. This is some of the things I'm going to be talking about later too, but I won't get there yet. But basically, I was telling her that like. I'm at a really weird situation in life right now with learning about things that I enjoy and learning about like endeavors that I want to pursue.
And going into prison?
Yeah, I need a husband. If Chaz or Storm did not put a ring on his motherfucking finger, I've got to go to prison to get one. We'll get one of those. You know those shanks they make? We'll make a ring out of the shank.
I don't think they do rings.
Oh,
that kind of ring.
But no, what I was gonna say is like, so I'm in that weird like. I guess it's kind of a transition because I've never been in a situation where I'm like, whoa, I found this thing that I could pour my entire energy in. Yeah. Like, like CEOs or like people who are in a corporation that are just like go-getters and they're like just excited to achieve something and they're ready to go. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I've never had that. I'm like, where the fuck do y'all get that?
How old are you?
I'm 31.
Yeah, so you're still young.
No, but there's young people that I do it. I'm just like, am I just like lazy? What is it? But hang on, I'll get there. No. Well, I don't think that's it. I think that it's just I needed to find something that spoke to my personality and the things I enjoy. And I want to make something that's wholly mine. Like, I want it to, like, the success, all of that is determined by me and what I put into it. Like, I feel like that's the only thing in life that I'm going to be able to put my 100% in. Yeah. And my boss for this company, when I worked for Maxim, he said, Michael, I think you'll be great at whatever you do. And I've had another friend that said it. He's like, but you got to find something that you like. Yeah. And I know you didn't like this. Yeah. But I know you had the capability to do whatever you wanted with this because you did well, but you hated it.
I think you said it though. I think that's a lot of it for most people is it's hard to be completely driven for somebody else. Mm-hmm. So whatever it is you do, if it's yours, I mean, it's like me.
Yeah, the passion's there.
Me doing insurance sales, if I'm going to, like when I was working for a big corporation doing the insurance sales and doing well, I didn't enjoy it as much when I had my little agency, when I owned my own agency, and it was mine. Every day when I got there, everything I sold, everything I did, it was building up for my future. Mm-hmm. And I took a lot of pride in that. And even if you don't love it, you have a whole different passion for it when you say, I'm building something for me and my people.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if that can be your passion too, on top of it being yours, you're just blessed beyond.
That's me.
Most people
I
on
know.
this planet.
I feel that way about what I do because I worked in corporate America for a very long time before I opened my own personal training business. I was a paralegal. I worked in many different law firms, and the day that I got to break free from that, because I hated it. I hated being a paralegal.
Yeah.
I hated it. The day I got to break free, I will never forget that day. I'll never forget what I was wearing, the outfit I was, anything. It was great. Now, I mean, of course, even if you're doing your passion, what you love to do, and even if it is coincidentally your own company, you still have days that you're like, oh my God. Because, especially with what I have to do, I always have to be on, right? Like when I was a paralegal, I could go into my office and shut my door, and if I was in a bad mood, screw you, I'm in a bad mood. I don't care. Just don't come into my office.
Well, I think people got to understand too, like just to back up a minute, like people are probably hearing you say this was a great day when I got to separate from it, but there's another part of that, if you remember, that there was a time like you got in the plane, you took off, and now it's time to jump, right? Now you got to jump. You got to jump out of that plane. You got to do it, even though you're ready and you want it, and you want it. And it's your passion. You're taking a big pay cut. You're risking it. If you lose a client, we can't afford certain things.
There was that stress. I mean, because I was paid pretty well as a paralegal, and then when you quit that,
and you don't know if it's going to work.
I don't know if it's going to work.
3 to 5 years is what you got to figure it out.
I'm not sure where I'm going to train. I'm not sure where I'm going to get my clients from. But you know what? It all worked out because I worked. I got in there. If it wasn't for social media, I probably wouldn't have all the clients that I have. I was able to find gym. I went from gym to gym for a while, but it all worked out.
And we met because of that.
I
know. Because of that.
I know. That's great.
I still talk about your what were the 3 movements?
The shoulder burnout I gave you.
Can you show them? Because listen, I can never remember. I only remember 2. Because I remember there was one.
No, there's 3.
Yeah. Well, I said I only remember 2 pieces. I couldn't remember the 3rd.
Yeah. There was, if you want a good shoulder burnout, we're going to talk fitness first.
Listen, no. You got to be quiet. Girl, listen, this shoulder burnout that she wanted me to do, I did the weights that she fucking does, y'all. And I was like, I've never in my life, and I'm not exaggerating, I swear to God, I have never felt this type of intensity in my shoulders. And it's the same weight that she did. And you should see my shoulders. Like, you can't really quite see, but I'm quite developed.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it all. I kept going down to 8 instead of 10.
Yeah, and it really, when I show this to you, it really seems like, huh?
Yeah, you start out with these burnouts she does.
It's that thing. Here's what it is. I don't know if I can get in the camera enough.
Well, just move it so you can do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, well,
girl.
hold on. Here we go.
Yeah, just move
Here's
it.
a demo. A good shoulder burnout, okay? I'm sorry about my sweatpants. I look so frumpy right now. Okay, so I like to use the plates instead of the dumbbells for this because I don't know the way you have to hold them like in the holes. But what you want to do is you want to do 10, of course, lateral raises, right? 10 in a row, straight into 10 front raises, straight into 10 rear delt flies like this.
That's great view. Okay? Great view.
I'm sorry for throwing my butts in the face.
I love it.
10 rear delt flies like that. But boom, boom, boom. It's not 10 rest, 10 rest. It's 10, 10, 10. So you're doing 30 reps right in a row. You do that 3 times, and you're gonna thank me.
Yeah, and you use what pounds? What weight?
I only use 10.
Yes, so she used 10. And I did 10. I replicated this, and I got another friend to do it too. That's also very buff, I guess. Mm-hmm. And we cannot do it. We cannot go through that 3 times.
Yeah.
You told us
without
to do
stopping. Yeah, you aren't going.
Well, I mean, no. After you do 3, 3, and 3, then that's a set. Then you rest, and then you do it again. You rest and do it again. So it's 30 reps in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, just not stopping in between the reps, and then.
Oh yeah, 30 reps in a row.
Yeah.
It's
30 reps in a row. It'll put you on fire. I have another shoulder burnout.
Fire is very mild. I don't know how to explain without sounding just ridiculous, like I'm gassing you up. But
no, it's true.
It really is true. These felt like something was introduced into my muscle. It felt like a rock in there. It hurt so fucking bad. I'm like, how have I not
she does
worked
that to
myself
parts of my
out?
body too.
I hate you. He is so dirty, but yeah, that's probably why you are here.
He is so bad. Well, since we're back on gym talk, because before when we circled back around to business talk, I was thinking, because we had talked about the guy that talks our ear off in the gym. What are some, and you guys chime in here. Feel free to chime in anytime. You're not interrupting anything. Oh, and by the way, a minute ago, I forget your name. If I forgot your name, I'm really sorry. But C Rizzle 14, remember he told you to wear that shirt every time?
Aww.
He noticed you had it on again tonight. But anyway,
That's cute.
So what is some other gym etiquette that people tend to not abide by that drives you crazy?
Not putting on deodorant. Is that not the worst?
There's a guy the other day, man. Oh my
Charlie.
gosh.
Woo! There is a man, an older man in the gym. I'm not talking about people because I know he's not listening. I am talking about him, but
Guy is creepy too.
he likes to talk. He likes to talk to me.
That's an understatement.
He likes to talk to me.
But
Is
a
he
lot
an
of
older man?
Yeah,
a
he's
lot
really
of guys
older.
do.
Well, but he's like older. Like I'm talking like in his 70s, probably.
Okay.
You think he's that old? I would have guessed 60s.
Okay, well maybe 60s. I'm really bad at guessing.
He wears jeans and he uses twine as a belt.
Poor guy.
I know. He wears his jeans to the gym, which is fine. I'm all for it. It doesn't matter what you got on, just go to the gym.
Yeah.
But one thing he is forgetting to wear is deodorant, and it is bad, Michael. Bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
stank.
it's really bad. And I know that some people maybe, I mean, I don't know if they're, I don't know. I'm trying to make excuses for him,
Yeah,
but
you're
there
trying.
really is none.
I don't know, because like today I had just kind of been like sweaty, like it just been hot in the house, and I was like, "Woo! I smell these pits. They cooking over here." So I had to like make sure I put some on, and I hope I'm not stinky.
You don't smell bad at all.
Good, because I was
All
like
good.
just sweating a lot for whatever reason,
Yeah.
but like whenever I smell an odor from myself, I'm fucking disgusted. I'm like, okay, I gotta
If
like.
you smell it from yourself, it's bad.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, like
you
when I get a
smell
big, good
yourself-
workout in, I'm like, woo!
Yeah.
I know the other day when we saw each other in the gym and he was coming to actually talk to me off the thing, I went in for a hug and he was like, "Nope, we're gonna do this."
Yeah.
I was just gonna hug him, sweaty and all.
Yeah.
But that is a good one. I like that. And I also, gym etiquette that I cannot stand is people not re-racking their weights. And that's just me as somebody who works in a gym.
Yes.
But it even bothered me before. And especially like when you're in a gym that's not a powerlifting gym, that's not a, that's just a public gym, that's not a private gym, you can assume that to leave 45s on a leg press, like that's the base weight, okay? It may be a base weight if you're in a powerlifting gym, right? If you're in a bodybuilder focused gym. But if you're just in an Anytime Fitness, a Planet Fitness, something like that, not everybody can leg press 45s on each side, okay? So take that off. Just assume that people can put their own weights on. I know you're trying to be considerate, thinking 45 is a base weight, but there are some older people, there are some, people who aren't all that strong that it only does the plate. Or there are some people like me who uses the leg press unconventionally.
Unconventionally. I think that works.
Unconventionally, like doing donkey kicks or doing side leg press where 45s is too much. Yes, I can take my own freaking weight off. Absolutely, I can take it off.
That's not it. You're in
But-
there working out. Like, why are we being lazy while we're there to work out?
Yeah.
But there are
Shouldn't
some
you be moving
elderly
around?
people
Like-
who would struggle to take that 45-pound weight off. You dig?
I don't think they did it though.
No,
I don't know why you're yelling
I know there's some people.
Why are you yelling at them?
Somewhere, I'm not yelling. I'm using my.
Why does she yell at them?
I'm using my serious voice. I'm not yelling at them. I'm passionate about what I'm saying, so it comes across that I'm yelling. My kids say that all the time. They're like, "Why are you yelling at us?" I'm not. I'm just passionately telling you.
I feel you.
Okay, I'm good now.
Yeah, she's good.
Sorry, guys.
Whoa, wait.
Who's calling me mom? Michael, are you back?
Who's Michael? Is that the one you kicked?
No, Michael is special.
Michael,
nobody
you're
can hear you on the
special.
podcast, Angie.
Michael, if you're cute, hit me up on Facebook.
No, he might be
also Michael.
young.
Oh, okay.
He might be a kid.
Okay, never mind, Michael.
If you're over the age of what?
18.
3.
If you're over the age of 23,
Yeah.
you can hit him up.
Yeah, hit me up. Hit me up.
Michael calls me mom, and I don't know. But anyway,
That's cute.
Jeff, what is your
I'm sorry. I've got to tell a story before I lose it.
Okay.
So I'll let you come back. You're really not going to get that in. So, guys, this is an amazing fucking story. So, I was working out. When I work out, like, I hate having clothes on, so I'll put skimpies on.
Woo!
Like, I got the shortest, like, running shorts and, like, a tank top or something, because I don't like to feel, I don't know, I just like free,
that, yeah.
you know? So, I was working out and I was lifting.
Slut.
Yeah, I'm a little slut. You're not ticklish.
Only for women.
So, I was just working out, lifting, doing my own thing, and this old man comes up to me, and he was like, hey, and I like have my music playing, he's like, hey, and I was like, hey, you know, I'm like naturally friendly, I'm like, hey, you know, like, he was like, you're a black stud, baby. He's like, you are fine, baby. He's like, keep it up, you look good, babe.
Oh my god.
And I was like, thank you.
Is that where we work?
That was at Planet Fitness, girl. He called me a black stud.
Does he go there all the time? Do I know who he is?
I've seen him and I've avoided him.
Oh, you have to.
I'll like smile and wave, but I'm like, Lord have mercy. He's like in his like late 60s, maybe early 70s. Black stud.
I think that might be something on his bucket list.
Woo! Lord, I was scared. He called me a black stud. Girl, do you get like hit on that in the gym? You do. I know you do.
Yeah,
That booty.
Good Lord, does she get hit on? You should see her DMs, man. We could do a whole separate podcast.
Oh
on
my
her
God, you
DMs.
should read them.
We have read a
A
few.
lot of them are pictures.
Okay.
I did a whole TikTok on that. The TikTok that goes, how's it go?
I don't know.
I forget. It's like, all right. Okay, motherfucker, how you doing?
Yeah,
You know that song?
No.
Okay, well, anyway, I didn't want to, but anyway, yes, I do sometimes. I got hit on at Starbucks today.
Yeah, that was a funny story.
Yeah, so I was at Starbucks
The only two
today.
people in there. He snuggles up right up to the table, right up against her with his
Yeah, we
laptop and everything.
So today in Starbucks, I'm sitting there at the table that I always sit at because I'm very territorial where I sit, as you can tell. Like every night I sit here. I like if Michael wanted to sit here, I would let him because he's a guest, but I would be agitated and like being like, oh my gosh, he's in my freaking seat. But I sit at this certain place in Starbucks downtown, and then I sit somewhere else down. Mm-hmm. But anyway, and I noticed like I feel you can feel somebody looking at you. I kind of glance over. I'm like, what's that? And this guy in line was looking my way. Kept looking. I was like, oh my gosh. And I had to go to the bathroom. So I left my keys and my trash and like my coffee on the table. Took my phone with me, of course. Went to the bathroom. But when I was walking towards the bathroom, I had to pass the line. But he like shifted. So like I had to walk like straight into him. And I was like, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. And he's like, it's okay. And I walked around him. I went to the bathroom. Mind you, Starbucks was not crowded at this moment. There were plenty of places to sit. So I come out of the bathroom, I look over at my table, and like the tables are super close, like this close to each other. Where is he sitting? Right here. When he could have sat at this empty one, and he could have sat at this empty one, and he could have sat at the empty one over here, but he was sitting right here. With his computer, he was posted. He was posted up. So I sit down, and he's like,
oh no.
Been to the gym this early? Because it was like 6:50. It was like 6:50. And
I'm tipsy.
Who's Sheldon Cooper? Is that somebody said okay, Sheldon Cooper. I don't know who that is.
Maybe he's talking to me. I don't know.
But anyway, and so I sit down. He goes, "Been to the gym so
Sheldon
early?"
Cooper's off of that show. He's gay.
Oh,
he's
maybe.
really smart.
You are smart.
Oh, that's
goes,
right.
Anyway, he goes, "Been to the gym this early?" And I was like, I mean, I haven't been to gym. I don't know why I felt like I needed to answer him, but I'm just nice. I was like, I've been. Yes, I trained somebody earlier. He goes, oh, I could tell you were a trainer or something, or obviously you're a trainer or something like that. And then like he just kept trying to make small talk, and then I was like done talking to him.
Yeah, I'm
like,
done.
You're posted up with your computer and your books. Don't you have something to do?
Did you say that?
No, I didn't
I
say
would have
that.
loved it.
I just kind of shifted this way, knowing Jeff was getting ready to meet me there.
Yeah.
And I text Jeff. I was like, "There's this guy sitting next to me, like hitting on me." And
I love it.
And
I love it. I had to show up. I was like, I cannot wait when I come in to see. Because, of course, I come in, and I wasn't wearing this shirt, but I, like, mentally had myself prepared like I was wearing this shirt because I didn't know what I was walking into.
Mm-hmm.
So I walked in and I just kind of strode over and I was like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" To her, like just like you doing
Yeah,
right
he
there?
did.
And she, she's like, "Hey," and he just was watching us. And then I sat down and we just started talking about how good I boned her last night.
No.
Oh my God, he can't help it.
Hey, listen, Michael. Last night I showed everybody on here my special bell that my daughter bought me because she knows her mama so well, and it says "Ring for Wine." And this guy said, Charlie said, "Michael needs a refill. Give him the bell."
It's only supposed to work for her.
Listen, guys,
She pays for the refill.
Listen, guys, I do not drink often. Like and I guess I can't say that anymore because every time I come here, like, you want a glass of wine? You want a glass of wine? Here's a glass of wine.
We enjoy wine at night, and it's fun, and it's just relaxing. But last night I shared my bell that Maddie bought this for me, my one that's in college.
Yeah.
She's like, "Mom, I have the perfect gift for you," and she's right. And so we joke all the time, but I was telling them, because last night I rang it, and Jeff jumped up and got my wine. I said, "That looked really bad if you don't know me. Like, it looks like I'm a bitch, but I'm not." And I told the story, because, Jeff, I do repay you,
Thank
not with what you just said.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No, not with what you just said, but what do I get you refills of?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't
I know you
do
want
it.
to. Don't do it. What does she get you refills of? That's real. Say it.
It is real.
No, say
And
the
it's
right
delicious.
thing and not the bad thing.
Coffee.
See,
Aw,
I do.
That hurts so bad.
So it hurt him so bad not to be able to like just jump right in there.
Yes. So 7 nights a week,
Yes.
I refill your wine, and on Saturday mornings,
No,
And
and
Sunday
Sundays.
mornings,
And if there's any
I
other,
sit in bed
Nope.
and you go and you get my coffee, and
I-
I'm
that's
very
true.
grateful for
and
that.
I'm grateful
Because
for
if you want to be for real about it, there's a lot of other things. Wait,
It got real quiet.
Yeah.
she gets my coffee on the weekends.
I get your coffee, and any other time that we're home together and we're able to stay in bed in the mornings together.
Yes, that too.
Right.
Right.
That's sweet.
We do for each other.
We do.
Yeah.
It's a give and take, and I like to get her wine. And I was doing the whole cups thing, but we
Still,
canceled that out.
I need to.
Oh, I didn't know you had a cup.
Have you been around? Okay, so if you're on my Snapchat or
And that's been going on for like what, 8 months
yeah, for a long time.
at least.
If you're on my Snapchat or if you're on Runyon's in the Closet Instagram, you know that there was this thing going for the longest time. He would label my cup with a different.
It is. It's just
It's still a thing, but I've been drinking out of wine glasses. I used to not. I don't know why I am these days. But he used to title my cup, because I used to drink wine out of this, which is so weird. And he would label it with different labels every night. Sometimes they'd be sweet and romantic. Sometimes they would be really trashy.
Yeah.
And sometimes they would just be like random stuff. So, but if you're on my Snapchat, you already know, because people watch for it. Like, people be like, "I haven't seen your cup in a couple of nights." You know what I mean? Like, are you fighting?
I love
you know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but that's
You have your little things.
we do our little things to keep it.
Yeah, I do.
We do our little things to keep it popping.
Can you explain to them my weird thing? So, guys, like, I have this weird thing about my personality that, like, I make myself laugh. Like, I'm not the one doing these things, and I will just die laughing. Is that normal? It's like I'm just like playing with myself, like, not like that, but like. So I have this thing. I'll like yawn. Do you remember
Oh
this?
my gosh, I can't read it because it's on here.
Oh, what? What do you need to read?
Wait, when you sent us that group message the other day.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
in mine. I'm on there.
Let me. I know. Oh yeah, read it.
Yeah,
So
I'm
Jeff and I are in separate rooms, right? But in the same vicinity. I think actually he was in our bathroom here, and maybe I was out here, and we get a group message from Michael, and it says,
I'm going to tell you. Hold on.
I'm fucking joking.
Was it just us or this?
Jordan's in it too.
"Oh, Jordan was in it too." Jordan.
Because I
this
told
is
you all
just
about
me.
it a long
Hold on.
time ago.
Here it is.
So if we get this from Michael.
We get this. It says, "Just wanted to tell you guys that I just got done yawning a big stretch followed by silly moans that lasted a solid 20 seconds. Then laughed out loud to myself. Happy Tuesday. How do you come up with that?
So Jeff,
It's true.
That's actually what happened.
I told you guys he's funny. So Jeff and I read that simultaneously, and we both started laughing.
Like I don't even know if I can replicate it. Like I'll yawn and like in order to release it, it's kind of like, you know, when you're like trying to sing better, you have like these things. I don't know. Like,
I don't know about
and
that.
I'll just do it for like, it was laughing. I get such a kick out of it. Like someone else is doing, like I'm laughing at myself. It's so weird. I'm a weirdo. And I'm tipsy. So I get tipsy off of half a glass of wine. Literally half.
And I can drink a bottle and a half, and I'm fine.
Woo, Lord, I'm already sweating.
This guy last night asked me if I was buzzing, but I wasn't. I was just really tired.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot to get me to even remotely get a buzz, but I'm crying laughing so hard.
I got something to say.
Okay, say it.
All right, people. I don't know the age limits on here or the ages.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh.
Back in the day, it was different for us. See,
Where's he going
I'm
with this?
intrigued. I don't know.
nowadays, these kids, if they get a hankering to take care of an urge,
Oh gosh.
Oh,
they just got an iPad or a phone, right? They just look stuff up. Y'all want to see what I had
I don't know.
No.
in high school?
Oh gosh.
You want to see?
Okay, what?
Oh no, he's not.
Oh, that's adorable.
That's what I had right there.
Oh, his fine mama.
My God.
See that?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, see that?
Oh yeah, you showed me this last time.
That's so terrible. Why are you doing this to me?
Because he loves you.
When I wasn't in her basement having fun, I had those.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, he's killing me too much. I could probably go find some of him. It's really not cute. It's really bad.
That was burning me up. That one.
Did
When
you
I
guys-
remember in high school, that one with the stripe. That was. I was like, you're like,
that was my favorite sweater. I
got
loved
rid of
that
a lot.
sweater.
Killed a lot of
And I
kids.
thought I was something in that black and white outfit, but that was
You were.
That was 1994. Michael, you don't make sense.
I was going to call out Michael. I was like, Michael's gonna be like, Mommy!
Michael, much love, buddy, but is anybody else
What's he
reading that
saying?
stuff
What's
for
he saying?
Michael?
You got a what?
Humpback milk to Dawn as he says he works for the FBI, which I know is bullshit.
Well, welcome. Then why do you even have to log in? Can't you just look through our cameras?
Michael, I mean, you guys, does anybody else understand Michael?
I like Michael. I think
Michael's
he's got
fine.
good character.
Michael can stay.
Michael's
Stay, Michael. We
Michael
like,
is
I
my
like you.
boy.
Michael can stay. The guy last night, you all know I had to kick off of here. But
What was he saying?
Oh, he was being nasty. He was just being awful. Is anybody
nasty
else
for
saying
you?
this? I don't know. Anyway,
No.
not nasty in that way. He was just being mean.
He's being mean to her.
He
He's
was being
pushing.
mean.
He's
Like,
pushing
He was
the.
making me mad. So he says, "All I work for the FBI made a joke for you. I go."
Female body inspector.
No, you don't have to
Female
go like
body
that.
inspector.
Shrimp Welder's back. I think you were here last night, weren't you? I'm glad you're back.
Hey, Shrimp
Is
Welder.
that right? I had to get so close.
What
because
does
I'm
that
so-
even
I
mean?
wonder if Shrimp weld. I wonder if he's a
Shrimp
welder
welder.
and he likes shrimp. If you're a welder, hit me up.
Again, if you're over 30 or over 24, what did you say?
No 15-year-olds out there welding.
Shut
Yeah.
it, it might not even mean
He could
he's
be a Ben
welder.
Franklin.
It might not
learning.
even. What's your name mean? If you don't mind us
I'm not trying to
asking?
like say that I want them to be that.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry, I didn't get the joke. Okay. We're just trying to wonder what your name means. Shrimp welder.
Yeah.
It could mean nothing. It could
Yeah,
just be
sure.
like I don't know what to.
Okay. I'm 34 years old
And work for the Baltimore.
Oh
Okay,
yes. Okay,
Gosh,
Michael.
there's like a,
Michael, hit me up on Facebook at Michael
Act like
Linden
you haven't had
Reynolds.
but he might be-
Black thing in your face.
He
He
might
might
be
not be
lying.
cute. Yeah, he
Um,
might not be cute. What is it?
I forget what I was saying.
Black
Oh,
thing.
some people I think just.
I wonder if they heard that. He whispered it like the time to pick up.
don't normally put the microphone in my face. Usually
In my mouth.
Usually you're pulling the microphone away.
Well,
I know,
I'm trying
I
to keep you on. We're
We're
on a
so
podcast
goofy.
too, right? We got to flip this table around and it'll work better next
I
time.
like this. I like this interaction. It's kind of
I do too.
interesting.
It's fun.
And I like Michael.
But do you think that sometimes people don't really know what to name their screen name or name their whatever?
Yes.
And they just put a bunch of words in a hat and
Yep.
they draw 2 words out? Maybe
Yep.
that's what Shrimp Welder did. Oh, wait. I work on a shrimp boat and a well. Oh, okay. So, see, you're right. He worked on a
I
shrimp
was
boat.
right, yeah.
Are you right?
Mhm.
And a welder, retired Army. Oh, nice.
Yes,
Sweet.
yes.
Okay.
Hit me up, Shrimp Welder. My name on Facebook is Michael space Linden space Reynolds. LINDEN Shrimp Welder.
I think whoever thinks Michael should get a TikTok.
You hear a name?
Raise their
Yeah,
hand.
and I just know.
Hey, listen. Listen. If we think Michael should get a TikTok, raise our hand because Michael would be amazing on TikTok.
I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do.
I'll help you.
I don't know how to be like myself. Like people tell me I'm funny, but like I don't know how to like replicate my funniness.
I'll teach you.
You just got to relax and be you,
Yeah.
and not worry about it. What he
I guess I should do one of my moans when I
Definitely.
like yawn and do it.
You can make that,
That
an
would be an
original
original
sound.
sound people would use. I would use it.
Yes, thank you.
What? What was the thank you for?
Charlie said thank you for your service, Ship Welder.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
nice,
Ship
Charlie.
Welder, thank you.
Yeah, Ship Welder for sure.
There are nice people on TikTok.
I know. I like
There's
that.
a lot of nice people on
Yeah.
TikTok.
Yeah, there's also some meanies.
Yeah, Ship Welder, you don't have to take what I'm saying seriously. I just flirt with all guys. I just can't help myself. Oh, he gave me his Facebook.
Uh-oh.
Look him up.
Yes, they said to get a TikTok.
Okay, cool. I will.
Did you just pull your
Our
pants up?
kids 4411 is back, and he said, "Hey Jeff, what's up?" Well, hi,
What's
I'm here too.
up? Hey, some people can talk to me.
I know.
Yeah.
Come
hey,
on.
so should we transition into like the serious? So when I'm here,
It's
I'm
always got to
very,
get serious.
I'm very passionate about having serious conversations about like. I guess you could like philosophy is attached to where I go, but I'm just all about like being a better person and all that stuff. Should we?
Are you though?
Yeah.
I try to be.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know
you
that I
should.
succeed at it or not, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
do
you
try.
I was just messing around.
Yeah, tell us what's up.
Okay, so the transition
Okay.
that I'm in, that I was saying that I
We're
would
transitioning?
in a good way.
Okay, go ahead.
Cool.
Well, not that any ways are bad. I said that really wrong. I just didn't know what to say to him. That came out.
It made you nervous?
Yeah. So I was talking to my sister today, and I have a really weird situation. So guys, I play Fortnite. I love it, as we talked about, and I started streaming, and I found that I really like it. Like it's fun. Sometimes it's very exhausting because at the end of the day, like I could only stream after 5, and I'm so mentally wore out from my professional job that like once I start doing that, I'm just like, oh, I gotta put the show on. But once I get in it, I'm like, woo, we live, baby, let's go, and I'll just be interacting and all that stuff. And so I like it, and I made it's no crazy money. Like I made I think $75 in the last 2 weeks, maybe less. Like it's like a week and a half. But I'm just starting. Literally, I just now got the opportunity to do that, and I start thinking to myself, I'm like, some of these streamers that are doing really well, I'm like, if I could get to 100,000 followers and 100 subscribers. So in order to subscribe and become a supporter on a stream, you're paying $5 a month, and people have those. Like there's this one guy that has 1,600 subscribers, so he's making $8,000 a month off of supporters.
What?
Not to mention all the stars, because on Facebook, people send stars. They're kind of like a tip. So he's getting those in stream. And someone just randomly tipped him $20 today. Just boom.
I heard you say that because Nate was watching your stream, and I heard you say something, thanks for the stars or something. I was like,
Yeah.
what's he talking about?
So that's currency. That's money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, there are tangible steps for success. Like I have an idea of what success means and how to get there in my head. And I think consistency is what's important. Like I'm having streamers that are a little bit bigger than me coming into my stream and support me because I support them very consistently. And I feel like I need to keep doing what I'm doing and then maximize, because there are lots of things I'm not doing that could increase my audience and increase my brand, right?
Yeah.
Just like what you're doing right here.
Right.
You're doing podcast, TikTok, you talk about your fitness, Facebook, all that. You're using everything that's available to you. So I'm trying to do the same thing. And I just came up with in my head, I was like, this is what I could be passionate about and full fucking send. Like, just full send and be passionate about. Not just that, but also where I'm wanting to do my podcast as well.
Yes.
So I'm like, I want to create content.
Yes.
And I've never come to that not stipulation, but I've never come to that, like, that realization before. Because I've always been, like, looking for what completes me. I don't know. I'm just like, what is it?
Yeah.
So I realized all of a sudden, because I've been having these ideas for a while, but I never, like, pulled the trigger, and, like, they never became fully conceptualized in my head. And last week they did, and I was like, you know what? I wouldn't fucking care to make... If I could get to the point to where I'm making enough money on my stream for my car payment, and then I can get a part-time job to pay my, like, you know,
You
cell
put
phone
more
and all that stuff.
energy into the
Yes.
streaming.
Yes, I would prefer that and escape what you escape, the corporate life.
Listen, though.
Yes.
I'm going to interrupt you for a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
Because if you're going to incorporate everything, you get on TikTok, we can search streamers. This is where you're going to get your most exposure out of any social network.
Honestly.
Okay.
TikTok
I'm
is
telling
a
you right
huge
now.
platform.
They suckered me into getting on this, and I just love being an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got, and I know it's not a lot. I know it's not a big deal, but for me, compared to my other social media, I got 14,000 followers.
Yeah.
I got almost 300,000 likes. I got multiple million view
Videos.
which means those are people that if I were selling product like a lot of these people are, and your YouTube's attached to it, you can click on it and go straight from there to your YouTube.
Okay, gotcha.
So basically, if you will promote that on your TikTok and you get a lot of followers, by like not only being a gamer but mixing it up and being yourself because you're funny too, and you can be goofy and you can do moans.
I can moan.
Then you
for
just you build up all those. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I got 14,000 people that are more than likely. A lot of them are going to see whatever I put up.
Yeah.
Right. And so she's got 20-some thousand. I mean, so it's like now you could if we could get our shop up with all your merch. 20,000 people. Who cares? What if
100.
three people buy something a week? Right.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
That never did before.
Yeah.
You're able to have some more freedom.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just saying.
It's just that
You can engage, and you know what the great thing is that we're doing now? We're taking our videos, because they automatically download to your phone from your TikTok, so we're taking that stuff and we're throwing it on our YouTube.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I hope that's what you are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
are.
great.
And I think
And we
that's a
just
good
started that.
we-
We've only
it's-
got like 15 subscribers, but I'm just trying
It's
to
a
get
good
it started. and get
time
off
to
the
take
ground.
a time out to tell you that we do have our YouTube. We told you that before. It's called In the Closet. Is it In the Closet on YouTube?
All of these are on there.
So all of our podcasts are on there as well. So hold your thought for a second. Yes, I do love a good glass of wine. And somebody wants to know what we're all drinking. I'm drinking Chardonnay. Michael's drinking Cab, right?
I think so.
And Jeff's taking shots of.
No, I'm mixed now. I'm
Jeff's
drinking
on
bourbon
vodka.
and ginger ale.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Bourbon and ginger ale.
Interesting.
But you
Yeah.
just took a shot of vodka a minute ago. I don't.
No, bourbon.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I've
sorry,
only
sorry.
done bourbon.
Sorry. Okay, so, but TikTok is a different type of platform. So if you have an Instagram, do you have
Yeah,
an
I have an Instagram, but like I don't use
Instagram? You
it.
should use it.
I know. I'm so weird about it because like I don't really take pictures of myself. Like it's really weird
But
for
you
me.
can do videos. You can do stories. You can do stuff like
Well,
that.
you know what? Actually, so I can say this before I go back to my story, is that I have. Oh my god! You know what, guys? I'm going to take a quick. I'm going to get my phone because there are things I wanted to share.
And
with
I
my
should
phone.
get. Is it up here?
I'll get it for you.
Oh, thank you.
You don't even have to
Okay.
ring it. Listen.
Okay, so I have. Listen, guys.
You know
I
what your
have-
problem is?
Okay, what?
Before you get started with this?
Yeah.
Is you're distracted
Yes.
with Grindr.
I am not.
Oh, here we go.
I am not.
Too much time on Grindr.
Lord have mercy.
You're on Grindr. You need to put that stuff aside.
No, I'm not.
Put it aside and focus
This
on
is
your dreams.
But this is it though.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
every time I had thought of this, I had created this thought, right? And I was like, I want to like maximize how I relate to people just on Facebook, because sometimes y'all realize like you may have like a lot of friends on Facebook, but like 20 people like your shit. how do you reach to those people that are, I have like 4,500 friends on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
And not a lot of people are really engaging with, like, I get, like, you know, when I make a post, I get like over 100 likes because, like, it takes a lot for me to think of one, and usually when I have a post, it's like something that's really funny that happened.
Yeah.
But outside of that, like, I'm very passionate about, like, philosophy and, like, you know, having a good life and being a good person. Like, like my conversations, when I get really interested in a conversation, they're usually tailored around that. So I came up with this idea of what I want to do. I'm like, you know, when someone posts like a personal post and they type it out, like, I was like, you know what would be more authentic and what would be more relatable if you fucking filmed yourself and put that out there.
Yes, I've always said that, Michael. And tell me if I'm wrong. I think most people would rather listen and watch you say what you're going to say versus read something.
Yes.
And that's why I saw somebody say they gave up on Facebook. I haven't given up on Facebook because I get a lot of clients through Facebook, but I understand what you're saying because I still put, most of my stuff I put on Facebook are videos because I think that people will push the play button and want to listen and see you before they ever want to read text.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so...
Jeez, Jeff.
I know a few people, which surprised me because I think Facebook's dead.
It's not dead.
But I know some people that have recently told me that they listen to our podcast, and I always try to ask, where do you listen to it? And this person was like, well, Facebook.
Yeah, we put our podcast on Facebook.
Oh, I didn't
was
know that.
I was like, so that's where you listen to podcasts? And he was like, I don't listen to podcasts. I was like, yeah, that's what it is. He's like, oh, I just saw it on Facebook and listened to it anytime they pop up.
Yeah, so Facebook, you just said Facebook's dead. You just totally squashed your whole opinion of Facebook.
Yeah.
I prefaced it with that.
Okay, gotcha.
What'd you say?
So, like,
I came in here and I said that I'm going to say something, but I'm one of the people that think Facebook's dead.
I'm sorry. I was into this conversation.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Well, did you want to read something first?
No.
Before I continue?
Yeah,
okay, so, like, I started thinking, I was like, you know what? I'll talk about my podcast, like, idea later on in the episode, but I started thinking, I was like, you know what? I want to, like, gear up to my podcast because my idea with my podcast is, like, I want to release, like, I want to do seasons, so I want to work on them throughout the year, get them edited, get them fixed and all that stuff, and then just release it, and that's my season. So I was like, you know what? So I want to start gearing up and ramping up to that, and I want to maximize my engagement with my Facebook friends. And I feel like once you can engage your friends, the people who are on Facebook, I feel like you can kind of engage anybody. Or, you know, so I started thinking, and here is my thing. So every other Saturday, I was thinking every Saturday, so one a week. And then I was like, that's too much. So I was like, maybe one every other week or maybe once a month. Is that I said that Saturday story, something good every Saturday for Facebook. I don't know if I went into it. Make it a video with script. So something that I find that I'm passionate about, and I'm sharing something that I thought was special enough to share with Facebook. So what initially... You know,
Oh my
God. You okay? Let it out. Cough it out. Go ahead.
Good.
You sure? You don't want to cough
Captain
again?
is joking.
It just went down the wrong pipe.
Yeah, heard that.
He took one.
Dead.
Yeah. So I was like, so what started this off? I remember my friend sharing a story with me about Christmas, and she was like, you know what? Like, my dad and my stepmom gave us, like, I think $500, all the kids $500 each. And they said, it's not for you. You have to find someone to pay it forward to.
Oh my gosh,
And
that's awesome.
share
I'm right
this.
here.
Yeah.
Pick me.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was
idea.
amazing, and like it just gave me goosebumps because I went to their Christmas party or whatever, and we were just talking about it outside. And I love her name's Jordan Dotson. So Jordan, if you ever listen to this, special shout out to you. You're the one who made me think of this idea. So I was like, I just want to share that I'm proud of my friend and talk about that a little bit. I mean, about why I think that's so important to have, or not so important, or why I appreciate folks out there that are capable of generating these ideas of giving back and, you know, basically challenging people to be better, you know, versions of themselves. So what she did is she got her husband's son into this as well, and they picked one of his friends who does not have a lot. He doesn't have a lot. He's a very kind and good-natured boy that just doesn't have a lot, and he sees what Parker has, and he's just he's not jealous. He just, he doesn't have it.
He's probably jealous.
So what they did is they went and they bought him shoes. Parker got to do all this. So Parker is Jordan's husband's son. He got to do all of this. So he picked him out an outfit and shoes. And when they finished playing basketball, they came to the car, and Parker was like, "We have something for you." And he gave them to him, and the kid cried. He was so, thankful. And I was like, I need to share this shit. Because right now, on Facebook and social media, the internet is a fucking cesspool because of the politics of the country. It seriously is. And I'm not going to get political.
That crap.
Yeah.
I try to. Every now and then someone's good and gifted at getting me pulled in. But, it's so just toxic. And I'm trying not to be that person. And I know that sounds like a cliche, but genuinely, I truly am trying not to get engaged in that and to change this shit. So I'm like, what better way than to sharing good things that are happening in your community? Because we depend on the media to do this for us and to not, what's the word? To aid the controversy and stir it up further.
Yes.
But that's all they do, including our local media.
You got to remember, all of these news networks, it's entertainment.
You're right.
It's entertainment. It's to make money.
Yeah.
It is not to really do any good for anybody, and it's all slanted in a direction for their profit.
Right.
Well,
So I don't listen to any of their crap. I won't CNN, Fox, any of their crap. I don't want to hear it. I won't look at it. I won't watch it. I won't listen to it. It's all crap.
News is the middle schoolers of America.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
for
mean,
adults. Yeah.
They're ugly. They're nasty, and they stir shit up.
Yes. So,
but that's the best way to really get things going. That's what the algorithm on Facebook does. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
They want to throw stuff at you that gets you pissed.
But not really that. I think they throw
algorithms.
things out
Because
there that
it
are
gets you
sensational
engaged.
because they get more
But it
likes
gets you
and all
engaged.
that. Yeah.
Right.
It gets people engaged. If they see that I'm, I'm a huge Trump supporter, or I hate Trump. Either way, somehow that crap's going to keep showing up on my thread. That's going to get me engaged.
Yeah.
Either in a negative way or a positive way. But
It is. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
But my thing is that I love West Virginia gets a bad rap, and that's more into my where I'm going with my podcast. But I was like, I want to do more. I want to express my appreciation for what's happening in our community, because it's so easy to focus on the wrongs. All throughout life, everybody's like, I can't wait to fucking get out of West Virginia. I can't wait to get out of this. And this is a trend over everywhere. Still. But everywhere. It's a trend everywhere. But there are seriously people who are, good in the community that do good things every single day.
Absolutely.
That try to be good people, that try to give back, that do all, just good. Just good nature. And I want to shine a light on that. And I feel like people subconsciously want that. We want good to triumph evil. We want to hear good things. But sensationalism is geared towards negativity. So how do I engage with my audience? And I feel not typing things out, because I've tried that multiple times. Nobody fucking cares when you're typing something out like that.
Cares.
I'm not reading it.
But when you post a
If
video,
you're longer than 2 sentences, I'm scrolling.
yeah, but
My
when you
daughters
post,
text me stuff
right,
that are paragraphs.
and you're like, I'm not
I
reading
will
it.
actually text back and say,
Charleston, West Virginia.
you need to freaking cut this down. I'm not reading all this.
Oh, you're awful, because I'm the same way. I'm not
I'm
saying
not.
that I type
At
out
least
loud.
I tell them that
Yeah.
I'm not reading it. I don't want.
You better read mine.
Yeah, but I'll read yours, but they're trying to manipulate me with some
Oh,
big
okay,
story.
I gotcha.
Okay, but you know what? Know what I hear? You need to, when you get these thoughts, you need to video yourself and record it and put it out there.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
Yes.
because done is better than perfect. And you know what you can
Yes.
get caught up with is trying to make everything perfect
and
and
not
edit
good.
it and fix it.
I
That's
love
me though.
that. Done
That's
is better
me.
than perfect. That's
But
good.
that's me, and she taught me that because with her business
I did?
and with everything else, she inspires me in that way because I grew up in a household where you tweaked and you worked and I'm not saying anything bad about my household. My father, my mother, they're very successful entrepreneurs, but it was always like, well, we're not ready to go yet because we still need to do this or make sure this, or we need to have these 3 people look over it before we release it. And I just learned from Angie, it was like, just get content out there, and you'll get better at talking to the camera.
Yeah.
And you'll get better at the way you speak. You'll learn things. You'll be like, man, I can't believe last year I was like this on camera.
Yeah, basically the way that you interface with your audience, like it's going to get better. There's a learning curve.
But build a brand for yourself.
I get what
if you're not out there, you're not going to build a brand.
Yeah, no, and I'm going to. Like, I agree with you there. It's like, but then there's so many conversations to make everything complete.
Right.
And you all don't know me. No. Complete isn't what I'm trying to say.
That's gonna call
but you're taking me wrong. See, so I'm saying complete about like what what I try to get out to tell you all. So then that also goes to another conversation about something I want to talk about with ADD and all that stuff. You know.
Okay.
I'm not going to go there yet.
I'm going to stop you right now.
I'm not going to go there yet.
Well, I know, but you have a lot of things you've said I'm not going to go there yet with, but we're going to talk about it later in the podcast. Did you bring camping equipment?
I'm not in any hurry.
Yeah, we're not. No, we're not. You said you were going to keep it to an hour, and I don't care to go over that.
Oh, I don't care.
I just like that we stay.
We've been over an hour.
Yeah, I know. I checked, but I just wanted to like start sooner.
Yeah.
But
she just wants to have sex with me.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
He's
good.
so dirty.
Listen, I'm good.
You are
good.
a dirty boy.
Just keep it.
Go get the whip. Can you get the whip?
Oh, I could.
Please go get it. Get the whip and whip him.
No, I'm kidding. Don't get it right now.
I think you should.
You want me to get the whip?
Yeah, I think it'd be funny.
I'll be right back.
Whip his motherfucking ass. You're gonna get whipped.
Man.
I think it's great.
She'll choke me with the whip.
You deserve it.
I do deserve it, damn it.
Yeah.
I deserve it. I do deserve it.
You take it and make it your own.
I've got the whip.
Woo!
She'll tickle me
Stay
with
in line. Stay in line.
You're not wearing the right outfit.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fall off my chair and pee all over myself.
I'm just gonna leave this right here in case you get out of line there, Runyon. I'm gonna whip it.
Oh my god.
Whip it real good.
This would hurt.
It's so much better with the outfit.
Actually, this is really part of a Halloween costume. Don't get excited.
She's lying.
And we've never ever used it in any other way.
It's part of
Promise.
my Batgirl uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Catwoman.
Catwoman, I'm sorry.
Catwoman.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Catwoman.
So
anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so basically that was one of my ideas. I don't remember how we got on that topic, but that's something that I want to do that I just haven't done yet. And then I guess this is a natural segue into why I believe I haven't done yet. Which we spoke about. Sorry guys, it's like allergy season and I'm like
Same.
fully
My nose has been a mess today, but anyway.
Yeah.
No, we aren't going to put up with excuses on here. You just
know
need
what?
to get through it, okay?
You know what? I'm about to whip you myself.
I got it.
So, yeah, this is a wonderful story. I don't think that Kayla would care that I shared her story at all. Basically, so I started talking about, I have a struggle to like get things done. I'll start like lots of different projects and I won't complete them. Like, for example, say that I have to call someone, I have to call a customer, like I need to call that customer. It'll like wear me out. I'm like, okay, I need to call them. Yeah, that's easy. Like, I'll get it done.
Isn't it funny though when you do it? You're like, God, that was so easy. Why didn't I just do that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think a lot of people struggle with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've got some stuff in there that you can try.
Oh, shut up. So what I'll do is like I'll do so many tiny tasks. Some I won't get done. But I'll just like, for example, I'll be like, oh, you know what? I need to call my mom. I'll do that real quick
to
first.
avoid doing what you need to do.
Yes. I'll call my mom. I'm like, oh, yeah, I need to do that. That was great. Got that done. Oh, I need to call my sister too. Dion, I need to call her. I'm going to call her up. And then, oh, great. All right, I got that done for the day. Oh, you know what? I got to pay that bill.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get that bill paid first. Oh my God. I'm getting so much done today.
Right.
See, usually
but I ain't getting my fucking work done.
Right.
Usually
You know
I'm
what I
finding
mean?
little projects to do to avoid paying the bill. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know what it is. It's like something that's pressing, and like this is a trend that I can find in my life. Like homework. I barely graduated high school. I graduated with a 1.9.
Wow.
I could not make myself do work.
A lot of people are agreeing with you on here. Like,
Oh, okay.
He said, oh man, he's speaking my truth. Hey Jeff, bossy tired bitch is back. Love her. She said yes, daily issues, ditto. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Bossy
that.
tired bitch?
yeah, remember she's awesome.
Okay. Yeah, you're awesome. Thank you.
I remember you. I don't know why people are acting like I'm just happy that you're back.
Yeah, I'm too.
But
yeah, so like
You don't even
those
know.
are. Well, I'm saying
Don't
that
act
now.
like you know, bossy.
I know her now. Yeah, so back
not
up.
like I do.
back.
I know
Do
her.
we need to
Yes,
Not like
whip
I
his
know.
ass.
keep
Put it in his
it
mouth.
up? But go ahead with your story.
Okay, so like that
No.
that's my struggle, and like to tie this in is like, so if you all have listened to the podcast, I think it was the first one that I was on, so that was February 14th, if I'm not mistaken, or the 15th, one or the other.
Yeah.
I talked about how I'm on my journey to get like diagnosed with ADD. I'm almost positive that I have it.
Hey, I hate to tell you this.
What?
You have it.
Yeah, I know I do. I know it. But like,
I say that because I have it.
yeah, I get it. I get it. I know you told me, and I referenced that.
And
to
I didn't
people.
want to have it.
Yeah.
Like, I was the guy that was like it as an adult.
I
like,
want to because now
this is bull crap. I don't have it. I'll do this stupid test because my friends or my family are saying you might want it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
But even a tiny low dosage makes
A world of a difference.
all the difference in your production. The sad thing is when you don't like, because it's as you need it. Kind of use it as I need it. And when I don't use it, when I come off of it, like sometimes I go through these phases where I'm like, it affect, because there's some negative effects to it. There's
Yeah.
some come down effects. There's maybe some like irritation effects, intensity
Yeah.
effects that can affect some relationships or some So I'll come off for a while, and then you look back at that 3 weeks you weren't on it, and you're like, oh my God, I got to get caught up.
Yeah.
Like, I got to figure out how to get back on track, and I didn't
Yeah.
even know. Like, I'm looking at stuff that came through on emails that is crucial that I literally don't even remember opening.
Speaking my life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's speaking a lot of people's life.
So it's...
By the way, Michael, this Charlie said Michael has to be a part of the show now. Love him.
Aw, thank you, Charlie. I appreciate that, man.
I jumped in
Thank
late.
you.
Are they talking about not getting diagnosed until adulthood? Yeah, I think,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Who is that?
A.M.Row.
Okay, yes. A row, I'm going to say. Yes. So, and...
I was about 30... Wait, when did we move back here? 2012.
I'm bad with dates.
So...
Share your story, because I got to tinkle real quick. So share your
He's
story
got
real
his
quick.
Oh, I get to talk now, people.
Yeah.
Michael has gone to tinkle.
Let's do. I'm sorry, hit this again. Let's do share the story because, like Jeff said before, he always thought that he possibly could have ADD. And I, for the longest time, I'm not a doctor, obviously, but I would tell him, Jeff, I really think that you may have ADD, and you would get kind of like.
You got to understand the home that I grew up in. My parents, look, it's like us. We've been together since 9th grade. My parents have been together since 6th grade. Okay? So, very solid home, always together. My mom is a counselor, psychologist, and very religious home, religious family. Always had to look perfect to everybody. Okay? So, even though you would think, oh, a counselor would be like, well, maybe he does. My mom, they would be more like, no. You don't have anything wrong with you. You don't have focus issues. You do have focus issues, but it's not something you need medicated for. You just need to get your crap together.
Right.
You just need to suck it up, and you need to focus, and you need to get your crap together. And if you don't, then you will have no life, and your life will be miserable. So,
And I think it was that with a little bit of denial.
So
I think you had a little bit of denial in
well, I did, but I'm trying to give the background of why.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Because I have my parents in me.
Right.
And I believe that.
Right, of
Okay?
course.
I believe that.
Right.
So I did have denial, and when someone challenges that, you subconsciously will fight it. So I'm into my 30s,
And he's fighting me on this, and
and my
see it's
best
an issue.
friend is also with her that I work with.
Right.
At the time, he was one of my very best friends.
We were both trying to tell you that we think it was almost like we think you have ADD. We think you have this issue. Okay, that you need to go get checked out.
At least get checked out.
At least
for
get
it.
checked out.
And I'm like, no.
And
I
he would
fought
get
him for
mad.
probably 6 months, and it was very frustrating. But then I was like, okay, I'm going to shut him up. I'm going to do this.
Well,
Almost
no.
like where I was going to sabotage the test.
No. Wait a minute. No, the reason you went to get tested is because your sister.
Oh, my sister was a big
your
part
sister,
of this.
Your sister came to visit. So
should've
Michael, to
remembered
catch you
that.
up,
Okay.
we were challenging. Me and one of Jeff's friends were challenging him to at least go get tested. He was always fighting us on it.
Mm-hmm.
But his sister came into town one weekend, and she shared that she had just been diagnosed with adult ADD. And so I took her to the side, and I said, Emily, please help me. I think your brother has this too. He's fighting me on it. Maybe if you talk to him as a family member, he'll at least take the first step to go get tested. Okay? And then, go ahead.
And you got to know, me and my sister are very close. We've got a very good relationship. I'm the oldest of 4. She's the youngest of 4. So we're about 13 years apart. But we're really tight. And we talked, and she told me things that really resonated with me, that were similar to her. Which made sense because I've seen her all her life. So I knew that I connected with her in that way. So I said, fine, I'll freaking go get tested. Here's the deal, though. I go to my doctor.
The dildo?
I could go get that.
I loved doing it to him. Look at it.
You can't take mine. You can't do that.
Yeah, I can. Did
That's
it.
me.
Done it. There.
I'm sorry.
How's it feel? Stop.
That's what she said. We are pouring.
Look, I'm downloading TikTok.
Yes, everybody, he's downloading
Yeah,
TikTok.
I think that's it right
We
there.
had to get him feeling it before he would.
Anyway,
All right,
I'm sorry,
sorry.
Jeff. That was so funny.
I hope you lost
What was I
your
saying?
I love it because you'll do that to me and I'll lose it.
I know. Okay, so
All right, so I'm talking to my sister, right? I decide to do it. I go to my doctor. I know what I was going to say. I go to my doctor here. So this is 2012. And I'm talking to him about it. He's asking me questions. He's like, yeah. So he's like, we'll test you for it. He said, but I'm going to let you know that I only have 2.
Are you guys okay in there?
yeah, we're fine.
In the middle of a story.
Yeah, we're fine.
He's like, and this is a large practice. He's like, we only prescribe like 2 to 3 people. He's like, I do not like to do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I'm like, cool. Well, then I won't have it. So he tests me. There's like, it like takes a few months, right? I mean,
Yeah, it was a bit. I had to fill out like this.
these forms
These,
and like she had to
questionnaires.
she had
It
to
was a
track
questionnaire.
me too. Like
Yeah.
we had to track my So we go through this, and then he comes he's like, yeah, you probably need some help to make sure. You know, he's like, you definitely have it. He's like, let's try a low dosage and see what it does for you of Adderall, right? So
Right.
cocaine in pill form, but it's a low dosage, and he said, don't take it until the weekend, just to try to don't mess with your work or anything. And so I did. I got up on a Saturday morning because we had smaller kids then, and we took turns like getting up. And well, I got up and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pop one of
wait,
these.
Wait, first I got so I got up with the kids first, and then when it was my turn to go back to sleep, and he was going to take over. He said, I think I'm going to try out my new medication while you're taking your little nap or whatever. I was like, okay, cool.
So I did, and then it kicked in, and I reorganized everything.
I
in the
woke
house.
up from my nap, and I went to get something out of the refrigerator, and I was like, what the actual
Say it.
happened? My refrigerator looked like the Brady Bunch's refrigerator.
And the thing is, when
It
you
was
first,
so organized and beautiful. It was amazing.
Yeah, and I don't take like the thing is when you first start taking it, and you've never been on it. It's like you get this euphoric feeling, and you're just like, and you just focus. You just can get stuff done.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just crush stuff.
Yeah.
So it is performance enhancing.
Yeah, so that's
And it helped me in my career. It helped me. You know what it helped me with? And see, I'm really naked out here talking about this stuff.
It's
I like
okay.
it.
I
It's
like
good.
it. Vulnerability
You know what I'm
is
saying?
is
Because
excellent.
what I've said right now, growing up, you don't talk about this stuff. I wouldn't. You were private. We don't talk about
Your mom and dad
what
aren't on TikTok.
medications, and I'm not worried about it. But my point is my problem in the past is I'm in sales, and everybody that's in sales knows you go through ups and downs. So you can be crushing it, and you go through downs. And what do you do when you get under? When you get buried? When you get behind? There's always someone that wants a decent salesman out there. You can get out of that.
Go job
pretty
to
quick.
job.
So you need 3, 4, 5 years, and then you jump somewhere else. Of course, I'm in the same industry. I've been in insurance forever, but it's like I can go over here and start over. Well, I guess it helped me with that detail, with that day to day, with that task stuff.
Yeah.
it helped me stay focused on what I needed to get done. But it made me feel normal because I watched her and always wondered, how do you freaking do this crap?
Like
how do you
how
do you take a checklist? How do you freaking take a list and write
like,
everything down and check it off?
I can't even make a goddamn checklist.
Oh, I can make a list like a beast.
Girl, I could do it.
You know what I do?
I'd be like, I ain't gonna fucking look at this shit. But I
You know what I do if I'm on my stuff in the morning? Because what I do is I'll take half a pill. Like, I don't even take a full dose. I'll take a half a pill in the morning, and I start my day out every day by writing out what I've got to do. And I'm talking about prayer, meditation, stretching, like, because I'll stretch. And I'll write that out. And then I'll write out edit podcast, because I get to work early sometimes. And then I'll write out emails, respond to emails and calls. And then, like, every day I'll do that. I couldn't do that before. But the crazy thing is if I've got to get through them.
Right.
Like, I got to mark through them.
Right.
And I used to be like, if I would have written them down, I would have tried to figure out a way to avoid them.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to point my whip at you.
You're fine.
Because I did that
It's okay.
in college. Like, I was really bad in college, and it almost was like an addiction to, all right, procrastinate. Don't study. All right, the test is tomorrow. Let's just see. Let's see if we can pull it out. And then you pull it out, and you're like, I'm a man.
And then you get, like, subconsciously addicted to that.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you're like, well, okay, I mean, I'll be okay. And then, like, but, like, when you're in that fucking fire, like, so grad school, I was constantly in that fire. Because I was just, like, you know, being all over the world and learning the perspective of how another country tackled what I was studying. It was like, you know, I wanted to take advantage of being abroad and learning about the culture and engaging with the people and making friends, that I would make school be my second priority. And then here I was, like, a test or a 20-page fucking paper is due next week. And, you know, like, you get a... I don't know if addicted is the right word. I don't know what the word is.
There's an excitement to it.
It's not excitement,
It's
though.
not, but it's not...
Because, like, it's miserable. It's seriously miserable.
But I actually felt... I always had that confidence, like... You know what it is? And I think some people thrive off of it. I don't know if my dad has what I have, but he thrives off pressure. Like, he doesn't get... You never see him not cool. Yeah. Like, even in disciplining us, he never lost school. He never raised his voice. He never got out of hand. And that's how he's in business. But it's like, the more his back's against the wall, the better he is.
He performs, yeah.
I can't relate to any of that.
I'm kind of like that.
I'm not like that
and I almost invite it in situations where I let myself get under the gun.
No.
And then I perform better.
It's so miserable.
But you know what? It's very stressful.
Yes. It's not healthy.
Gosh, no.
It's not healthy.
But I can say that it seems like when I let myself get under the gun, I perform a little bit better. And it's not a good thing. And maybe it's just something I tell myself. But usually my results show, because when I remember trying to prepare in college and being like, why did I even prepare? I did worse on the things I prepared for than I did on the things that I freaking put off to the last second, because I really focused in. And maybe it's the way, I don't know how ADD works, but maybe it's if you're under enough pressure, you can actually focus, because you know, I got to get this done.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't relate to any of that.
No, you were always...
I can.
You know what was great about college, though?
Okay.
Two things.
Don't say nasty stuff.
And even to this day, I was a religion major for a while.
Yeah.
Even to this day, I still haven't done laundry. Baby girl does laundry.
Baby girl?
See,
Baby
she does
girl.
other things, not just refills. She does laundry because she doesn't want me to mess it up.
Truth in that.
So she went laundry in college, and I never typed anything in
I
college.
typed his papers in college as well.
So I would take it to her.
So, yeah, I
And she would
prepaid
type
for
it.
all these wine refills.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I let her.
Okay. See, he almost... What, you
One
got
thing.
anything else on your list?
Oh, no, I'm going to say something else, but I'm literally listening and engaging, but I'm making my TikTok.
Yes.
So I wanted my TikTok to be done before I left. So
Michael's making
I'm making my
And
TikTok.
you can get live on here. and
Finish
watch
your
it.
story, though. Don't leave people hanging.
What was this? Was there more to it?
No, I mean, he was just telling a story of getting diagnosed with ADD and treating it.
Yeah. So, before I continue with my story, because I know where I left off, I kept taking mental snapshots of that. how do I connect it with... So, if I connect it with my Facebook and I wanted people to be able to see my streaming thing, how do I do that? Should I connect it with Facebook or should I
think
connect
that's
it with...
just asking if you want to sign up for it through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Like,
it. I
you
don't
could
think
sign
it has...
up through that. It doesn't have anything to do with it being
Yeah,
connected.
no.
Okay, I'm continuing as Michael.
Michael's making a TikTok.
Oh, I
Everybody's
did.
Excited.
It's done. I made it.
Yeah.
So,
You're on there.
add me...
And it even-
So, is this my name right here?
What is it? Please don't be
Michael-
user number 54321. Yeah.
Michael Linden
Yeah, you
Wren.
can show it up there.
Okay,
They
here,
use your
so-
face.
Add him on
here.
TikTok.
I am.
Well, that's going to be backwards.
Oh.
We can't do that.
Oh, okay.
Can
Wait.
I type?
Okay.
It's
Sorry.
going to be backwards. Just say
Okay,
it.
okay. So at MichaelLindenReyn.
That is super. Can I type
Is
on
Charlie
here?
Russell on our thing?
Charlie, are you still here?
Is that Charlie Russell?
Say, what is his name?
Somebody just subscribed to our.
Let me see it. I can know
To
it.
our.
I'll
to
know
our-
it if I
to
saw
our,
it.
To our YouTube. This is YouTube.
Oh, Charlie, if you're still here,
I
are
hope
you
he
Charlie
is.
Russell? We are doing good, Louisiana Boy 337.
Hey.
Can I type here? Hold on.
Yeah, you can type.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, you can say, so you
okay.
can get my app.
What is it? Oh,
M-I...
wait, whoa,
oh.
whoa, whoa. Hold on. Why is my backspace not working? Okay, at.
Isn't it so annoying? Okay, you want me to do it?
Yeah, because maybe my nails are.
It's going to be so awkward. I'm going to like, get right in this. So, at MichaelLindenReyn. Oh, wait, I think I did 2 R's.
You did.
Linden, R-E-Y-N. Let's make sure.
Is that it?
Girl, I'm really tipsy. I'm over here like, kind of like, it's kind of hard. I feel like,
Sin.
that's me, guys. Yay!
Add him on TikTok. He's new to TikTok. Probably hasn't made any videos.
I don't have anything.
But he'll get some on there. I'm going to teach him how to use it. Don't worry.
I have zeros.
It's okay. It's
Okay.
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 I would add it right now, but wait, maybe I can. Hold on.
No. It might disrupt you. It might disrupt you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It might disrupt you.
Okay.
You do it later.
Okay, we're back.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna
I'm
finish
the
my
first
story.
person you followed.
Okay. He's so awful.
You better follow me. Okay, so finish.
All right. So, yes. So like, I'm having these issues, and like, I'm learning that I can't like
And
concentrate.
I'm your first follower.
Wonderful, thank you. So I'm struggling with like focusing, and I'm getting to the point. I remember, so like in 2018, I shared this story I think on the first one. I had a really terrible time. With, like I had traveled the world. I got my degree, and I came home to rural West Virginia and in an office recruiting nurses every day, just calling and talking to people that didn't honestly want to communicate with me. And I was like, this cannot be life. And I remember less than a fucking month in, I had a breakdown. Like, I mean, I've never in my life had a breakdown. People usually call me when they're going through things, and I help them through it. And I remember, you know what started it? Is this. So I wanted to see that movie. I'm sure you all have heard of it, Call Me By Your Name. So I wanted to see that. You not heard of it?
No.
Have you heard of it?
Call me
What?
by your name.
It was like a big like Oscar like thing back in 2017. And
that's probably why. Because
you gotta watch it now that I'm telling you this,
Okay,
because
I
it's
will.
very important to me. I can't even watch it again. I watched it once. I cannot
What?
watch it again. I get on Instagram and like it'll have like, because it knows I liked it, so it'll show videos. And like today, I saw parts of this movie in my Instagram, and I started getting emotional.
Wait,
like
who's
I'm
in
afraid to watch it.
Oh my gosh.
So Armie Hammer, Armie, I can't say his name correctly, and Timothy Chalamet.
Okay.
He's newer. But basically what the movie is about is like these two guys, they're not gay, but they end up forming this relationship. And it's unexpected, and towards the end, the guy has to go because he's there on like not a sabbatical, but he's doing his thesis, and he's working with the guy he hooks up with, his dad. And he leaves, and then there's a scene towards the very end. Timothy, he got an Oscar nomination for it, where he's on the phone and like that guy calls. It's like months and months later, and you can just tell that it meant the world. And he's just talking to him, and like the guy. See, I'm getting emotional. Like it really affects me that bad, and it's what caused my. It's honestly what caused my breakdown. Like it was a serious breakdown, and he's like talking to him on the phone, and he's just like, because like I have one big fear in life, and that's a missed opportunity. I do not want to like wake up at 50 years old and say, why the fuck didn't I do this? Because then there's no turning back.
Nope.
I hate that. And I've tried to find so now I'm getting really vulnerable with you. So I've tried to find a partner. I'm 31. I've never been in a serious relationship. I've done things to try and find that. I've talked to my therapist about that. And I've just struggled in that capacity, like just not finding someone and constantly falling in love with people who don't have the capacity to love me back.
Oh, wow.
So having that fear of like, missing out is just like, it's like attached to like my foundation.
FOMO?
Huh?
Fear of missing out. FOMO.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Homo FOMO?
So, shut up. Yeah, you're right. Homo FOMO. So,
I knew
that, yeah, so at the end of that movie, there's a scene where he's talking to him, and that guy is engaged to a woman, and he's just talking, and he just like, you see the emotion in his face, but he doesn't like articulate that verbally. It's just on his face, and he's keeping it back. And he hangs up the phone, and his mom's talking to the guy, and he's just like, the credits are rolling, but like it's showing this raw emotion on his face, and it literally destroyed me. Because I'm like, this is my fear. That happened and shit right there.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
It just destroyed me. Seriously.
It's called
like,
what again?
Call Me By Your Name.
Call Me By
And
Your Name.
I literally, like, my friends are not accustomed to me crying. People have not heard me crying. None of that. And I remember just picking up the phone. I'm just bawling. Like, just and I'm scared that I'm having this emotional response because I'm not accustomed to having this emotional response. And I call a friend, and she's like, whoa. Like, I call you for my shit. What is going on? This is scary.
Gosh, yeah.
Like, yeah, it was weird. And then it started attaching to, like, where I'm at in life. Like, I don't want to be here either. And, like, what the fuck is going on with my life? Like, I need to get it together. Like, I need to be happy. I'm always happy. Mm-hmm. Why am I not happy? Mm-hmm. What's happening? Mm-hmm. So, it just terrified me, and that made it even more intense.
Yeah.
So, that happened, right? And I'm trying to, like, make a point to bring this all together. So I had that, and at that moment in life, I was so miserable that whole year, 2018, being confined somewhere, because I've always been someone who's just been on the go. Like, go, interact with everybody, and that just really restricted me, and I had a really tough time with that. So, excuse me, and I remember talking to my therapist, and she was like, you need to quit. Quit and move. And I was like, no, I've got to develop some professional prowess.
Right.
So I need to endure this to an extent. And I endured that for about a year. I think I started January 10th, 2018, and I ended January 11th, 2018. Mm-hmm. 19. And then I had an interview with another job, and I got that. Well, he can tell us. We'll take a second. What's up?
Hold on. What do you need? He's telling a story here. What's up?
When are you guys gonna be done?
Whenever we're done. I don't know yet. Sorry. That's Nate, everyone.
I'll come say hi. I promise.
That's Nate, everyone.
Yeah. So, wait. Do you want to read anything?
No.
Okay. So, So then, after that, I finished. I got this job that I have now that I'm very fucking thankful for because it really helped me. Like, it gave me the professional freedom that I required for my personality to thrive and, grow professionally as well. So that happened. However, in September, I had another, not a breakdown, but like a mini, like, why am I still kind of like not feeling right? Because like I started going through this period of just like being down, that like I got so accustomed to being down that I didn't know how to be myself anymore.
Right.
And to like go out of the house and, shower some days. Like I just was down.
Oh my gosh. That's
just
horrible.
down. And like not wanting to leave the bed, having to shut, all that. And slowly and surely it got better, But then in September this last year, I was like, something's off. Like, what's up? So I went back to my therapist, and then now I'm making a point, guys. So, and I talk in circles.
No,
so I
it's
apologize.
good. No, we're good.
So I go back to my therapist, and I'm talking to her. I'm like, you know what? I can't fucking focus. Like, that's what I'm struggling with now. and I start going through all my trends. I barely graduated high school. I had to get special, special treatment to graduate. Because, like, at the very end, I wasn't going to graduate high school, and I had all these people come and see me graduate. They told me, no, you're not walking.
Oh, my god.
And then one of my teachers came out and was like, you're not going to talk to me? I was like, well, they told me that you didn't want me to come to you and beg to, let me go out. And she's like, come see me, and we're going to figure something out.
Yeah.
So, thanks to her, Miss Meadows in South Charleston, West Virginia, shout out to you. She did.
Oh, my gosh.
You know her?
South Charleston?
Yeah, her.
Maddie had her.
See
my
that?
daughter had her. Miss Meadows. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She's the reason why I graduated. So, So we're looking back at trends in my life, and I'm like, I just can't focus. I wonder if it's this. And I researched this, and I wonder if it's this. And my therapist is like, I think that's right. I think you have a problem focusing, and I think that you may have ADD. So, and now we're going into, like, what's funny?
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Did someone say something funny?
Well, Ian's back. Hey, I am Hathaway. He goes, wait, that's not your other half, because Jeff wasn't here. Jeff's back. This is our guest, Michael.
Yeah, I'm a friend, Ian. I appreciate it.
Anyway, go ahead.
This is our other half.
There he is. That's amazing, though.
Yeah, so that happened. And then, like, to now pull it together a little more. So we're talking about these trends, and she believes me, and she's like, I think you do. You need to get a psychiatrist because I can't diagnose you myself. So now I want to talk about the frustration and what's restricted me from, I think, progressing and excelling quickly. So I brought up Kayla before. This is her story on how she got diagnosed with it. So she was going to a therapist, and I don't know if it was a psychiatrist or a therapist. It may be a psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist, probably.
Yeah, and she was talking to her, and she's like, I've been behind, and, like, I've been there for Kayla. Kayla is, like, she's become one of my rocks. Like, me and her, we talk all the time. She was a guest on their podcast, too, about, what was the...
Surrogacy.
Surrogacy.
She was a surrogate.
Listen to that episode. It's a few episodes back, but it was a great episode on surrogacy. Anyway.
Yeah. So Kayla and I have been there for one another for this past year, and a lot of her issues were stemming from work where she couldn't keep caught up. Like, things were just piling on to the point that she almost lost her job. And she started, and I was telling her, I was like, Kayla, you need to fucking talk to a therapist. Like, therapy, everyone needs it. I know it's spoken negatively about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, even if you're healthy, you still have days.
That's what I was trying to tell my daughter, Brooke, because my daughter, Brooke, is 16, and she struggles with, as do I, anxiety. People don't know that about me because I'm always like all the time, but I do. I have really bad anxiety, and we found out just recently through the school, which I don't.
You have anxiety?
We just found out. I didn't tell you this part. I don't think we found out through the school because we don't have insurance because we have 4 kids and it's too expensive to have insurance.
Yeah, it's like $2,200
yeah, it's
a
ridiculous
month for us to have family coverage.
So we found out through
Thanks,
the school
America.
that you can go to DHHR and file for some sort of medical card for her to get mental health help. She's not that bad. When I say mental health, that sounds so serious.
Yeah.
But anxiety is a form of a mental, So
Well, that's the
we just
problem
found out.
with-
But hold on. But she said Brooke was in on this conversation, and Brooke said, "I'm not that bad that I need a therapist." And I was like, "No.
Yeah.
Everybody
Needs
a
every
therapist.
person on this fucking earth.
Everybody.
Yes.
This is my therapist right now because I can't afford one. But anyway, so I'm sorry. I didn't mean
Do you
to
want
step
to
on
before
your
I continue? No.
Is this a threesome?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh! Why does he always have things to
That's like a
say?
threesome question.
Conversationally.
Conversationally, it is. What I was going to say is that's the freaking problem. Is the stigma with mental health?
Yes.
You don't have a freaking. There's nothing wrong with me having any other issue that's medically that. Shoot, I can eat myself to death and have to have heart freaking surgery and have all. But there's no stigma with that. I can smoke myself to death. But if you have a chemical imbalance that you can't control, like this, right? You can't control it, and there's something that you can take along with maybe talking to somebody on a regular basis to cure that. Cure that.
Yes.
To make you a whole person, or to bring you closer to being a whole person. Why is there a stigma?
I don't know.
Why do people say
it's been a stigma for centuries?
I go to a
look at how we
therapist,
used
so I got a
to
problem.
treat the people who had mental instabilities for
Well, it's terrible the way it used to be.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that, like, I don't know what's caused that stigma, or, like, you know, other than, like, maybe just the lack of scientific achievement and advancement to encompass, like, our brain back in those days, but, like, it's definitely entrenched itself in our society. I don't know how or why, but, you know, either whatever. That's, like, going on another discussion.
Well, there's a lot of things that have entrenched themselves in our society that it's hard to get
over. Of course,
out.
So,
all the way.
Right. So basically with Kayla, she eventually went and got a therapist, and she had, it was miraculous. So, like, she loved this therapist, and she would, like, comment back to me, and just, like, you know, we would talk, and she would just say how, like, what they would talk about, and things that, like, the therapist had suggested, or the psychiatrist, I can't remember if it was a psychiatrist or therapist, but eventually what happened with Kayla, different from what happened to me, and what happened to you, is that she had been talking to the therapist about a month, or this psychiatrist, and eventually she's like, you know what? I think you could benefit from this. So she made her do this questionnaire. It was a long, like, 300, 400 questionnaire. And then she left that fucking, maybe not that fucking day, but the next day, or the next time she came in, with a prescription to try, I don't know if it's Adderall or whatever. And it has since, like, completely, like, transformed her life. Like, that easily. Yeah. Here in West Virginia, where I live, this has been my experience. So September, I told y'all I had that weird situation again. So my therapist was like, yeah, I think that you probably do. It makes sense to me. Like, hearing everything and knowing you. And so she was like, get a psychiatrist. So this is my journey. September, okay? So September, I'm like, all right, I gotta fucking do this. So, like, I have it in my calendar to do it. I don't do it. I keep thinking about other things. I'm like, okay, I'll call. And that's a testament to my behavior that I already have developed. So finally, I call, and I find one, and they're like, they don't answer. And I'm like, what the fuck? So then I call, and 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 finally I get someone after, like, 2 months of trying to touch these fucking people, and they're like, oh, well, we're in a dispute with your medical provider, and we can't accept you. I'm like, well, I'll pay out of pocket. And they wouldn't even fucking allow me to pay out of pocket.
Listen. You don't need to go to a psychiatrist.
Well, hang on. I'll get there. I will get there. I promise you.
Well,
it's ridiculous.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I'm irritated.
Yeah, it's annoying. So then I call another one, and they're like, oh, you have to get a referral from your physician. I'm like, fuck, I don't have a physician anymore. Because my physician stopped practicing. So I got to find a physician. And this is like months. This is in December, right? So September to December, still not getting the shit, right? So I find a physician, and I find another psychiatrist that will take me without a physician at the same time. So I go to that psychiatrist, and I'm explaining everything to her. And she's like, oh, so I basically am like, wanting to have this conversation. I'm like, well, you're a step further than my therapist. Like, tell me what you think, right? So all she does is like, go get testing.
Oh, yeah.
Gives me that number to call. So I call this number, and they can't fucking take me for over a month. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like,
crazy.
I'm ready for something to change in my life.
Yeah, you could lose your job.
Yes.
You could lose a relationship.
Yes.
Because I'm telling you, this type of condition, trust me, can cause problems in a lot of areas of your life.
Exactly.
It can get you into financial problems because it's very easy to avoid things.
Yes.
Very easy. Until somebody walks up and puts a gun to your head and says, you can't avoid this anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
You're exactly right. So
I'm so sorry.
You're fine. So I'm fucking just over it. I'm like, God damn, a month? So I get back from my conference, and the first time that I come on y'all, I told y'all that I got that testing.
Don't say it like that.
What?
Oh my gosh, just
Okay.
Come on, y'all.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So then I'm finally do it, and I'm doing that testing, and it was so fucking laborious and intense that I couldn't finish. Like, it was like an hour and a half for me to fill out all this stupid paperwork, and the people that were in it, and we were so compacted in this small, like, waiting room that it was, like, so overstimulating that I was fried. I was like, I cannot do the second portion. You all did not give me an expectation of what was happening.
Right.
So, like, altogether, it would have been 5 hours, and I was in there an hour and a half, and I was fried. I was like, no, we gotta continue this later. So, we continued this later, and it was, like, almost another month. Yeah, it was almost a month later. I just did it, like, yesterday, and we're doing this, it was, like, basically, I don't know if everybody in the chat or people who are listening to the podcast that remembers, like, we had standardized testing all through high school every year, except senior year, I think. I don't think we had it in senior year. But, like, it was so annoying, and, like, it just exhausted you. You're just testing all day. And someone who has fucking attention deficit disorder, I don't know, I've not been diagnosed, but I'm almost sure that I have it. It was a struggle. So, like, this process that yesterday was so fucking intense that it disrupted my entire life and, like, work, everything. Mm-hmm. It was just so intense. Like, IQ tests and all this stuff and just...
Oh, it's really,
God damn.
One of our daughters had to go through it, and it was exhausting. Multiple visits.
See, mine wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But my thing is, there's, like, years I don't remember how I got through and passed.
Yeah, same with me.
You know what I'm saying? School? It's like, I graduated. Like, how did I do that? But you know what the funny thing is when you have ADD is you can get hyper-focused on stuff. I know that sounds weird, but you can get hyper-obsessed with other things. But it's like singular or something.
Yes.
Because I remember doing that in college, like, where I would turn into the biggest, like, I could hyper-focus on my schoolwork. Because, like, I started out as a religion major, and then I became a business major because I went to a Christian college. But it's like I had to take Greek 1 and 2, and it was supposed to be intense. Well, I focused on that stuff, but everything in my life, other than that, like her and like all my stuff, like I was a dick.
Yeah.
It took every ounce of me to do well in a course. Mm-hmm. Like, it took all of my attention, and I had to be obsessed with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think if you have ADD, you can still do well at things that you're really interested in, like gaming, right? You can still, because you love it, you want to do it. But life is about being able to daily do the things that freaking suck. Yeah, because guess what? Guess what happens? Even if you get to have your own business and you get to game, you're going to fail if you can't focus on the shit you don't like to do.
Yeah, like clipping and all, just editing.
It sucks.
Yeah,
you don't want to do it,
sure.
but you got to be able to focus. So you need that element in your life to help you get it
and
done.
already I'm seeing things that I'm struggling with that I could have done better. But, so...
And you'll really see it if you ever get medicated
really go, So, basically, that was my experience there. And this started in September, and here we are in fucking March. And I'm like, this system has failed me. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel. I mean, I shouldn't look at it that way, and I know I shouldn't look at it that way. That's a cheap shot. If I were normal and I could go through a regular task, it wouldn't have been.
Right.
But, however, it's just frustrating that, and a couple, like 100 miles away from me, my friend can get all she needed done in a month and not even have gone in with an expectation that something was wrong with her. Mm-hmm. And she's like, it has transformed her fucking life. Mm-hmm. Like, changed it for the better. She's on top of her shit. Like, she's happy. I can tell the difference it's made in her life and within her family. Yeah. Like, I can tell it.
Yeah.
And
there's
here
a lot
I
of
am.
stress when you know you're not getting done what you need to get done. There's a lot of stress in the background. And
exactly.
And you don't feel good.
Exactly.
And you don't realize how bad you feel until you get right.
Right. So here I am at this point. And, at the end of that, I'm like, okay, so I can call my therapist. Like, you are going to send all this stuff, and I can call my therapist. She was like, and this is no disrespect to my friend Haley if she's listening, because she's actually a friend of mine who was the behavioral technician or something. And it was just coincidence. I got so pissed at the end of it at her. I didn't verbalize it to her or show it. But she told me, she was like, I was like, okay, so I can just get all this stuff done. I can have this meeting with my psychiatrist and we can go forward. Finally, Jesus fucking Christ. And she was like, oh, you haven't talked to this psychologist yet, have you? And I was like, what? No.
Everybody's got to make their money, bro.
So then she's like, you got to come back.
In
like 2 weeks to talk to the psychologist, and then she'll create a report and send it over. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
But you just want to talk to somebody.
Like, what? And this is genuine. Like, the frustration I have, I'm like, fucking help me. Like, you're not helping me.
Seriously.
You're literally putting roadblock. And if I do, and I am diagnosed with ADD, like, you fucking failed me. And you've done a disservice to me. So we need to figure out how to not do this to people later, right?
Well, our system's not set up properly because their job, if we're going to be honest, is to say they're going to help you. It's really to make money.
I mean, which is fair, but it's like, okay, we need to figure a more efficient way to go through these steps.
I don't think it's right when you're when you're in the business of helping people with mental health problems, and I'm not saying that in a negative way because I'm in the same boat.
I'm not taking it.
But my point is you've got to expedite the issue. You've got to help that person and not get bogged down with freaking paperwork and
like
semantics.
Seriously.
I got so irritated.
You said semantics.
I had to put...
I did say semantics. I'm on my game today.
Yeah. I had to pat myself on the back because I love Haley and I know it had nothing to do with her. It's just the way the system is ran right now. Right. But I was so angry. I was fucking shaking angry. I'm like, I've been going through this since fucking September. Knowing that something's wrong. And finally, like, getting validation, maybe something's up.
But it takes a lot for you to step out. That's what, like, from my point of view, it's like you step out there and you kind of put yourself out there and say, I might have an issue. Right?
Yeah.
And then they want to drag that out to where you go, I know I have an issue, but I'm on hold right now.
Right.
Hold, so September to
so then it messes
October,
with your head.
December to January to February, February to March. So we're 6 months in this fucking process.
Because even once you get, like, even if they come back and they say, okay, yes, you have adult ADD and we're going to prescribe this for you. At that point, you have to, like, now you have to come to grips with it. Not that it's a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but you still go, okay, I've got to take a medication for something that a lot of people don't. Because I do. And so you have to deal with that. But when you're on hold for 6 freaking months.
6 months. 6 months.
To figure it out.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
there's a problem.
Why am I paying you? Why is my health insurance paying
then
me?
I got to go back to what I was talking about and towards the beginning is that like some accountability needs to be here where I want to blame it on someone else. But then again, it's I did have a mental condition. I think that I do, but I've not been diagnosed yet, so I can't claim it yet. But
you've missed some appointments.
Day to day, I've not been able to like finally call. And then when I would, I wasn't getting called back. And then like there's so many roadblocks is all. Like whereas like had my therapist or she been able to say, just go here, and she didn't have that power, So it's like had some of those roadblocks been lifted, it would have been an easier situation, like for Kayla, you know.
Right.
But I still have to get to a point because my point is like now 40 minutes long.
That's okay.
So that's where I'm at, guys. And I don't know if there's anybody here that's been here since I first started talking about my Saturday, like my story to better engage with Facebook. Now I'm here. This is where we're going all the way back. And this is what's impacted. What's wrong?
No.
Okay.
I'm making notes.
But if you need, like you could skip this whole process. If you need Adderall, because you can go downtown and there's a guy that you get handy to.
No,
Michael. He'll hook you up.
Michael.
No, I'm not doing that.
Don't listen to him.
No, I'm not doing that. So, do you want to read something?
No.
Okay.
No.
So, I like when I came up with the idea to engage with my Facebook and to talk about positive things in the community and to be inspired by my friend Jordan Dotson that her family did that amazing thing for that little boy. I feel so passionate about it, but I can't do it. It's like not that I can't, but it's like I'll be like, oh yeah, I get the notification, and I'm like. And I was like, put it off.
It's like you want to do it, but you can't.
Yes. It's so fucking weird that I can't explain it. I try to explain stuff like that to my sister, and she doesn't get it because my sister is very like type A.
Yeah.
And she's gonna be listening to this. So Deanna, I fucking love you, but at the end of the day, like we just think differently no matter what you say to yourself or to me. She's type A and she's on her shit. She can be on her fucking shit. She can make those lists and just go. Yeah. I can't do that.
That's how
I can't do it.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off. I'm like, fuck. Like I want to be productive, and I feel great when I'm productive, and I feel like on top of your life, and I'm happy and I'm ecstatic. But when I'm not, I'm like, God damn, why the fuck am I even living?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I get. Well, I'm just saying, like that's an extreme, but that's where I go. Because I'm just like, this needs to be rectified.
Regardless, you're you.
Yeah, but that's just
that's
I'm just venting.
I know you're venting, but I understand you because what you're saying is where I've been.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not talking about like I've been there years ago. I've been there last week because that's the thing about even when you're on something, you don't always take it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's side effects to some of the medications, right? So
The medication after a certain time.
The medication he
takes
because when he comes down off of it, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
When I come down off of, I'm not. Well.
Yeah, you are.
You said that before.
Listen, when for some reason when I come down off of it, I get very numb for about probably an hour to 2 hours, and I get numb to where the point is like I'm cold.
It's terrible. It's really
and
terrible.
They say that if you research it, it'll the come down off of it. It will tell you that it's almost the opposite of what it does for you when it takes you to the place where you can focus. It's like
so sometimes
that's what creates an addiction.
Right.
Is that you tell yourself in your head, if I just would take more until I fell asleep.
Oh gosh, no.
Then I would not be a mess.
No.
You know what I mean?
And that's
because
the
it's the come down is when you have your when I have my issues with I don't really care how you feel. Like I'm not like and you literally are emotionless.
But that's a learning curve,
You're
right?
emotionless. Like she can come to me and I'm like a numb, like empty, and she can be like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "What do you mean what's wrong?" Like I'm not me.
And the point is
So I might not even take it afternoon because I don't want to risk that.
It really can affect your relationship with people, like your significant others.
Yeah.
Because he's not like that. And it's hard for me to put my head around when he's coming down off of it that this is a come down. Right.
Yeah.
It's not Jeff. Like it's and luckily when he's coming down off of it, normally I'm at work in the evening, so I don't see it. But if I happen to come home early or don't work that evening, then I'm like, oh my God.
Like interacting with
you know
it.
what I mean? It's like, why? You know what I mean? And then if he makes alcohol with it.
You said he gets crazy.
It can go popping off in here, as Michael would say.
But like, popping off in a good way or a bad way?
Bad.
No, it can go in a good way
no,
too.
It can.
Like
it can
literally,
go in a good
like
way,
I've been out
normally.
and knowing I'm going to be out till 3.
Yeah.
Like, and I'll take it, and I'm a blast. But the thing is, if I get fixated on a negative thing,
oh, it's all your fault.
Oh,
yeah, I get it.
it's bad.
Like if I get, and I'm not that person though.
He's not. And
But
that's
if
what,
I
that's
do,
what messes
if I
with
get,
me, then I'm like, what's
if I
happening?
get jealous, if I
Yeah.
get jealous or something, and I get stuck on it. That's the problem with those focused. You get focused on it, and it takes you down these rabbit holes because your brain's going.
Yeah,
it's going crazy. And
and
you're
how
like
I'm
looking
like,
at all this stuff that really isn't happening, but you're thinking it might be or it could be.
Right.
So then, like maybe with her, I'm thinking, something's going on with something or that, and you're going down this rabbit hole, and then the next day you wake up and you're fine. You're like, what was I thinking?
Yes, and that's the thing. Yeah.
So it can, and we've gone through that learning curve.
Yeah.
And fortunately, like she's talking about it now and recognizing it. So it's not a resentment, I don't think.
Yeah.
No,
I don't
not
think
at all.
it is.
Absolutely
She's
not. No.
She's recognizing that it's not me, but I know there were some times during the years when I took it and I would take, because for me, I would take it in the morning and the afternoon, and sometimes I would take it in the morning and I wouldn't think about it, and then all of a sudden be 4 o'clock and be like, I still got to get shit done. And I take one at 4, and they last 6 hours. 4 to 6 hours. So
and then
at 8 or 9 o'clock at night, I would start drinking, and then all of a sudden, like, something would hit me wrong, and I could not let it go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Could not let it go. And that's not me. Like, I'm chill. Like, I don't hold on to stuff and, like, beat you down over it. So, you got to find your balance. That's why literally I cut them in half, and I take half one. And if I need another one in 3-4 hours, then I'll take another one. But usually for me, it's different. I just need jump started.
Yeah.
And if I'm on the right track, I'm good for, like, most of the day.
Right. Well, hopefully.
If I want to paint the house,
If I want something done, I'm like, open up, Jeff.
I
La,
just
la,
keep
la,
it.
la, la, la. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really not. But
I know my buddy,
hope
like,
that-
when he wants to get stuff done, he likes to pop one and then smoke some weed, and like he's like, I
Oh
can
my gosh.
crush out whatever I need to do.
Yeah.
I hope that you figure it out, though. I mean, hope
Yeah.
that it all. I mean, because that has to be frustrating. Like, I don't struggle with anything that you guys are talking about, but I sympathize with it because I struggle with my own issues
Yeah.
on the side, and I know that it would be frustrating to have to deal with, and especially if you can't get help when you know it's like, please, somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, let's get this shit over with.
Seriously, and it's
Like-
all like logistics.
Yeah, and I
That's
feel
the
like my
frustrating part.
psychiatrist, I'm like, you are a fucking doctor of the goddamn brain and how people think. Do this shit your fucking self. And I
Right.
felt like I didn't get that from her that she wanted to. Like, I just felt like she just was like,
You should leave.
go
her.
get testing.
No, leave her.
No, because then it's another process. Like, we're 6
We'll
months
have to
in.
start all over again, and we're
We're
talking
6
Christmas
months in.
until we
she
can get
can
out.
do it. If my family
She can, but like,
doctor
we'll
can
get.
write
Let's
Oh, we
time
already
out.
started it. We already started.
You
so
did.
We, yeah,
you did
we,
go to your family doctor.
I
Do
did,
you
but
want
I ain't
the name
talked to
of
him
mine?
about it.
Oh my gosh! Try
Dude,
again.
they
and
can
spit.
do
Oh, I don't even know.
Did
It's
you see
okay.
that spit
I
flat?
don't care, girl.
Try again. What's it gonna hurt?
Well, I didn't talk to him about it, and I like my doctor, and he said
You should
he's
try
notorious
again.
about. He's like, I don't want to use medication. I'm like, bro, I fucking need. I ain't
That's
I
my
need
doctor, though.
this
Who's your
medication.
doctor? Is he in
Shit.
Charleston?
His name is Dr. Frame.
I've heard of that.
I like him. He's
Oh, I
a
know
cool
Dr. Frame. I know
guy.
you're talking about. He's
a
really
cool
good.
guy. Yeah.
But I mean, try again. What's
My
it gonna hurt?
doctor
You'll get in
said
there
the same
quicker.
thing. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you, I don't like to prescribe those drugs. And I'll tell you this. I started out on Adderall. And then, because of the side effects, I was like, you know what? Let me try a non-stimulant.
And it didn't work.
Didn't work, and it messed with my dick.
And yeah, I remember you telling me. I think that it would.
Like I was
need
the
a
guy.
stimulant,
I was the
too.
guy that was like weird. I didn't know myself. Like I can.
It was terrible.
Emotionally,
It was terrible.
And, like I would be sitting on the couch, and I'd be like, she'd be coming on me. I was like, I'm tired. Like let's
It was
just
so
let's just hold off till tomorrow night.
It was so weird.
I was turning down
and,
sex.
and Nate was on it too. On the
I
same,
didn't want
And it
anything.
was terrible. It was awful. I took him off of it so fast. I said I'd rather deal with a kid with ADD than this.
So
Yeah.
I
It was
tried
so
it for
bad.
6. Stratera? No.
It was Stratera, wasn't it?
Stratera? Stratera?
I don't
Stratera?
know. I don't
What?
know. I'm not sure.
I don't know. But I went on it and I was like, one, I'm not focusing at all. It's not working. And two,
I don't feel like myself.
I don't want anything to do with my wife. Like physically, like
Yeah.
sexual, like I don't want anything to do with anybody. Like it numbed me to where I was like, you're
was weird. It
touching
was
me
really
and
weird.
I'm not getting a reaction.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
stop.
Which
really
is
weird.
like if you like whisper in my ear, I get a reaction. You know what I mean?
If you guys are just joining us, by the way, let me time out.
Not you.
There's a lot of new people.
Let me have one more drink.
Hold on. There's a lot. There's a lot of new people joining us right now. We are doing a podcast. It's lasted forever.
Yeah, I love it.
We're
Right now.
127 minutes in.
And we decided to take it TikTok live. We've been doing this lately. And tonight we have a guest, Michael. Normally it's just Jeff and I, but Michael's our guest tonight. So if
Yeah.
you're just joining us, that's what we're talking about. We have talked about everything from etiquette in the gym to shoulder burnouts to ADD to the fulfillment to being authentic, everything. So that's kind of where we are right now.
And
So
I
we're-
made
what
one,
the
too.
hell we're doing? That's what we're doing. And
Yes.
what?
And I made a TikTok too.
And Michael made a new TikTok tonight. I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
Me too.
I can't wait to see your first TikTok. Like, I'll have to show you before you go, like, kind of how it works.
Yeah.
Because I was confused at first, too, because Brooke showed it to me, and I'm like, Brooke, like, she was like, Mom, come do this TikTok with me. Come do this TikTok. And it was these, like, stupid dances where it was, like, all these dances, and I'm like, Brooke, I don't understand. I can't do it. She said, Mom, just get on there. My whip fell off the table. She said, Mom, just get on there, and you'll see stuff that you like to do. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be these dances that I do. And I did, and Jeff is into comedy, and he found a bunch of comedy stuff, and we do stuff to, it's you're going to get addicted. And you're going to get
Probably.
into the triple T.
What's that?
The triple T. TikTok tunnel.
Uh-uh.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know you get into the triple T, the TikTok tunnel, where you're like, right before you go to bed, you're like, I'm going to get on the TikTok for like 10 minutes. And then 2.5 hours later, you're like, damn, I gotta get up soon. You know you've done.
Oh, I hate that. See, I'm the worst when I don't have sleep.
I know. It's like you scroll through and you're seeing these funny ass videos and you're like, I could do that. I could do that.
Yeah.
It's the triple T.
But then you wake up the next day and you're like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So anyway, you'll get there. But
back to life.
Yeah.
Back to reality. What's the next words? Do you know? I don't either.
Michael and I like to sing on the podcast.
I love to serenade people.
Last podcast we closed it down by.
Which song?
Remember?
Bye.
Bye. And they like did not participate.
No, we did.
Like Michael.
No, you're like bye.
I know.
Bye.
Michael and I were like bye.
Bye. And they wouldn't do it.
Jordan and Jeff were like bye.
We were like, are you fucking kidding? We were so into that shit, girl.
You know what? Last night we were talking about spirit animals, and I think Michael might be my spirit animal.
Oh,
He might be.
I'll take it. Can you do that again?
I didn't know.
One more time.
You guys are so. You didn't.
Woo! I felt that tipsiness hit me hard. Shit.
Anybody that bites into me feels that. Like, you put your mouth on me, that's what you feel.
I like to, like, I'm really weird. Sorry.
No,
Please focus on your thought. So I will like randomly bite my friends. I don't know. It's weird. Like I'll get excited. Yeah. I just one more time. So I get excited, and it's not a sexual thing whatsoever, guys. I'll just like reach over and I'll just bite my friend. I remember my friend Tommy. He's like, "You just fucking bite me." I was like, I just got excited.
Listen, I have to tell you a story. When I was in the nursery at church, back in the day, way back, obviously in the day, I had a problem with biting people. And listen, I bit this kid so hard on the cheek he had to go get a stitch.
Oh shit!
And his name is Noah. And
She's a freaking psycho.
To this day, like, well, I've moved since then, but all through high school, he has this little scar. He's like, "You bit me."
Oh shit!
You bit me. And I'm like, "Yeah, I bit you, and I'll do it again if you cross me." But I am I not a biter?
She's a biter.
That is so funny. But
She's
we were
not
talking.
a nibbler. She's a biter.
I don't bite the wrong places though, just so you know. But just to finish my thought, was it last night we were talking about spirit animals?
Yes,
and
spirit
I didn't really
animals.
know, like, because it was a question, like, what's your spirit animal?
It's not
And
an animal, it's a person.
I was thinking literal, like it had to be an animal that you relate to. But when I researched it, it's not necessarily an animal. It could be a person. It could be
is a person.
Spirit of
It's
someone.
Right.
literally a
And
person.
you may be my
They are
spirit
just
animal.
alike.
Yes. That's so funny. That
I
is
love
so
it.
funny.
Yeah, I love
I'm
it.
sorry.
You got freaking problems.
No, we're just perfect.
You just bit me.
I couldn't help it. It was so funny. It just like the excitement hit me, and like the feeling. I almost passed out because I got so like excited. Like it was
I know,
weird.
Most people, when they put their mouth on me, that happens.
I hate you.
Oh my gosh, Jeff, you're too much.
He is too much.
It's
This
just the way
boy.
it is.
This boy.
That is so
You know
funny.
what? I had topics that I wanted to talk about, but like I felt like what we went into was really good.
I do too, so save them because you're obviously going to come back.
Yeah, I mean, I'll always be able to find something because,
Yeah.
like, the things that I think about and like I mull how do you say it? Mull over is like the things that I mull over are typically like philosophy based, where you're like thinking about thoughts and the way that you develop and cultivate.
I think about
certain
thoughts.
Thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
But you're my thought, bitch. So get in the car. We're going to get cappuccinos.
Cappuccinos?
Where's that from?
What's a
TikTok.
cappuccino?
Oh.
A cappuccino.
Yeah, a frappuccino.
Frappuccino. A cappuccino. Frappuccino. Whatever. Same thing.
Whatever.
Same thing. Coffee.
Yeah.
paste.
Yeah. So basically, I don't know. I love talking
I
about
love philosophy too.
Yeah, I love talking about struggle. Some people feel like, here's a complainer. But I'm like, I feel like there's so much to learn about ourselves and humanity and society when we talk about the things that we struggle with. You know, because lots of people refuse to be vulnerable. And they're like, they put on this persona on Facebook that they're just like the perfect couple, the perfect person, the perfect blah, 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 blah. They're making six figures. They're doing all this. They don't have debt. And then you look at their life. They're the ones that fucking snap because they can't be fucking real with themselves or, you know, anyone.
Well, yeah, because who puts real shit on social media?
We do.
I try to.
Well,
but
do
we're
we,
different.
though?
We're not.
We
I feel
just
like we're not
did.
the norm.
We did. We did. Actually, we do. On our podcast, we put real shit out there.
If you follow our
But-
social media, you got access to real shit because you can just click on it and go to our podcast.
Yes, for the most part on our social media, it is real.
Yeah.
Am I going to whip all 9 inches out on
Oh
Instagram?
my
No,
gosh.
goodness, tell him to stop.
That's not going to happen.
He's so dirty.
Jeff, seriously, if you're just joining, there is a waiver that you need to sign digitally because Jeff is inappropriate and I'm not responsible. So,
I only talk about it on the podcast. I'm not going to show a picture or anything.
please, oh my gosh.
Unless you ask.
Tell him to stop.
You have to ask 3 times.
King Hefe,
You need to be
21.
whipped.
I have
He
my
is-
whip and I
He
will.
is spanking. Spanking.
You need to be whipped. I have my whip on the table.
I went down,
in
I got
case-
you a refill, and you still are beating me up.
In case Jeff. Oh, and you know what? He labeled my cup, everybody.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Did he?
look.
Dream girl.
Aww. It's backwards to you guys, but it says Dream
Yeah,
Girl.
it says dream girl.
He labels
That's
my
sweet.
cup every night, and this is
All
my
of these
label for him.
people are joining.
Yeah.
There's so many. Like, that's all I'm seeing.
I know, it's good.
How
stuff.
many people are in here?
It's frozen. Like, I can't do anything. Like, I was getting ready to say something to this guy who keeps saying weird things, and I can't do it. So, you guys, I'm sorry. Because
What do you
somebody-
mean, like,
well,
weird
because-
Is Shrimp guy still here?
Shrimp guy.
Shrimp what? What was it?
No,
Shrimp,
no.
shrimp welder.
Welder. Shrimp welder.
Shrimp welder. Are you still with us, bro? He's showing our his Facebook.
There was a guy on here earlier, and I wrote his name down. It wouldn't let me block him. He was saying weird shit. It
What
was
was he
Michael.
saying?
It was Michael.
The one that you don't like. That I
Yeah,
kinda like.
it was really weird.
Like
he was
what?
saying weird stuff, and it wouldn't let me block him. But even people were on here was like, people on this chat need Jesus.
Oh,
Like, and
really?
he was saying some weird shit.
Oh, it's okay. I don't care. They're talking shit about me.
Not you. No,
Okay.
no.
Oh, we got hey.
Hey. No. He was like, we got a hey. No. Like, remember the girl from the gym? When I'm talking about the Anytime Fitness in South Charleston, the girl.
Crazy.
Yes, that's what
Crazy
I'm
girl.
But no. But like that's like there's
Well, she was schizophrenic, clearly.
Oh, I wonder if I got.
Yes,
Like
saying
this-
crazy
like, yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
like people.
So anyway,
Maybe I got a friend request from.
I love your video. What video? Like this video or a specific video?
Do you love my video?
Fake
You
text.
dirty.
Fake text pranks. Ooh, that sounds fun.
Oh, I got a follower on my
It's probably Jeff.
on my gaming page.
Oh,
He's
no.
kind of cute. This Glenn White guy.
Ooh, let's check him out.
You're getting distracted.
Oh, where do you go?
You're getting distracted.
Hey, so TikTokers, I am looking for a soulmate. I wonder if I can say these bad things.
Don't do
like,
that.
because sometimes like you can share. Why?
Why? He's fine.
Why?
Why?
Why? So, I am homosexual. That's a nice way to start this
Really?
shit out, right?
Yes, I
So,
love it.
and
What?
I
That was
enjoyed.
good.
This has been my struggle. You know what? I can make it kind of authentic.
Yes.
So
because-
this has been my
yeah.
struggle in life. So, you know, being gay in West Virginia, you know, it's really weird, and sometimes my friends just don't understand. They're like, when are you gonna find someone? Like, I'm just being like purposefully like trying to avoid finding someone. It's
Right.
like that's not what I'm doing. So the struggle, I don't know if any of y'all out there are gay that can relate to this, but like what you do when you grow up is that like you develop these feelings, these very intense feelings for your friends. And like for straight couples and stuff, that's a natural process. Like you can go down the street and be like, you know what? Like we're friends, but like I got a crush on you.
Yeah.
And it's like that crush can turn into something.
Mm-hmm.
But like these things in the gay community, they, you know, it's like they don't have the capability to like replicate that those feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been my life, right?
So you've
And
had a crush on a lot of your friends.
yes. You know what? I'll even tell some, right?
Woo!
So
Let's go.
one of my best friends, Tommy Powell, I bet his wife would be so. I'm like, Lauren, if you're listening,
Are y'all still
don't
friends?
be. Come on, girl. Like it's not real anymore. This is growing up.
I know.
Tommy Powell. Yes, one of my best friends. Oh my god, I was so infatuated with Tommy back in the day. Jess Godby, infatuated with him.
Jess?
Do you know Jess?
Jess is our
Yes,
homie.
grew up with him. Grew up
Jess
with
is our
him.
beer guy.
Yeah,
Wait, who?
Jess.
Jess Godby.
Jess.
Oh my gosh,
Jess.
Jess.
Jordan.
Jess is the man.
Jordan
Jordan.
Christ. I had a huge thing for
God,
Jordan.
you wanted everybody.
But like, But when you know these people,
That's funny.
well, you know two of them, and you
Yeah.
can understand why these feelings would be natural for someone like
They're
them.
awesome people.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this has been a trend in my life, and it's very difficult because it's like now I have a standard of what it is that I want in a mate, but it's been I'm 31, I've not had a serious relationship. It's been very difficult to find that, and so it's like I'm looking for something that I want. It's like, why should I settle for something that I have available to me? Or fuck, if I'm going to be single for life, I'd rather do that than to settle and then have someone, develop those feelings for me. No, and this is me being, caring for whoever would have those feelings for me, then lying to them and never being able to cultivate the same type of feelings. Mm-hmm. But it's weird in the gay community because we all kind of go through this. I'm very interested into the masculine stereotypical guy. That's what I'm just very into. Mm-hmm. And like here in West Virginia, usually those type of guys are very closeted, very secretive, mm-hmm. would never ever even admit to themselves that they have feelings for a man. So that's a struggle. So anyway, now to lighten the mood, so that's my struggle. I could go very into that. Maybe we'll do that next time.
I like that.
I'll go into that deeper.
Like that. I like
because
that.
I've wanted to talk about that a little bit. So guys, next time I'll go into that deeper. But now the funny part. In TikTok, if we have any guys that are like the stereotypical dudes, hit me up on Facebook. We trying to find a husband. This bitch. I'm tipsy. I spit on.
I think you're...
Michael's skipping.
Showing Michael.
This is what we're dealing with. Okay.
I think you're jumping the shark.
Oh, shit.
Jumping the shark.
Yeah, I think you need to play a little harder to get.
Jumping.
Hey, no. I'm maximizing the outlets that I have at my disposal.
That's right.
Maybe not talk about the whole marriage thing, husband thing, right out of the gate.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to marry you right now, but you gotta prove something to me, and I gotta prove something to you.
Right.
It's like kind of a collaboration in the beginning. It's a dance.
Right.
Can we move? Are we in rhythm?
It's
are we in
dance.
sync?
That's good.
Are we able to stay? Are we able to stay connected through that dance?
That's good.
And if so,
you're making me nervous.
I'm gonna put that ring on my motherfucking finger.
See, it circles back around.
Yes, it does.
Put a ring on it.
Well, it's
because you got a ring on your finger. I want one.
Here.
No. Oh no.
Okay, yeah, you can.
I can't.
Yeah, I kind of want to see.
Get it
Yeah,
off.
okay.
That's
Well,
right.
it's good.
And I got it tattooed on there anyway, so she's stuck with me for life.
I know.
That's
We have
sweet.
matching tattoos on our ring fingers.
We just. I don't care because I care if there's someone in the comments. Hey. She said, "Hey."
I know. How do you know the she? It's tricky.
Oh,
38.
hey, Tricky.
Tricky 38.
Hey, Tricky.
There is seriously, I'm not even kidding you. There is the absolutely. They're not on here, but there is the absolutely most adorable gay couple on TikTok.
Oh,
Two
really?
guys. Oh my gosh, they're my favorite. Did I
Why
show-
don't
Yeah,
I
they're
follow
good.
them?
They're good.
Yeah, let's follow
They're
them.
What are their names? I'd have to. Well, I don't have my phone available right now. I'll find them. But they are so
Look, that's me.
amazing.
I know. I see you. I'll check you
They're
out.
so amazing.
So who are they?
I have to find them when I get my phone
okay.
available.
Did anybody know that?
type
I
in
have two
gay.
followers. I have a follower. A.M. Rowe.
She was on tonight. She was
Oh,
on our
that's
thing,
so.
and-
Oh, yeah, I remember her.
Yeah,
she was sweet.
She was
Are you
into
gonna
it.
follow her back?
She was,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
She was into it. She was like, I stumbled upon this, and I'm staying for the duration because she
Whoa.
loved the content. Yeah.
A.M. Rose.
Yes.
Girl, that's so
She
sweet.
may be gone by now.
Okay, well, if you're gone and you look back or you listen to the podcast.
All right, well, follow Tricky 38.
Okay.
Tricky 38. We're getting Michael some
how do I
followers
do this?
because
Down there at search.
Michael
down at the
just
bottom.
joined TikTok. Okay, he's
Tricky.
not made a video yet, so there's no content. But don't let that scare you.
How
He
do I-
will put some content on there.
Tricky. Is it Tricky?
TRI. I hate getting all up in the camera. TRICKY.
No,
yes.
she doesn't.
And then Trick again?
TRICKY 38.
You have to put the,
Yes.
you have to put the ad sign in front of it. No, there. it
Tricky
is.
38.
That's him.
Tricky38, I'm following you.
Oh, okay.
Yay!
So there you go.
Hey!
So anybody else out there? Anybody else out there? Michael
I'm
just
drunk at this point.
joined,
Shit.
just joined TikTok, and he's getting followers. But we've got to get a video out there at some point.
Yes. we
Yes.
do.
So you will.
I have messages.
You have messages? Well, no, that's when you follow somebody. It'll say,
okay.
it'll like,
If
yeah.
they follow you
God,
back.
I
you're
will
like getting me
follow-
excited.
I will follow
isn't
you as
Tinder.
soon as I get my phone back.
Yeah.
If you guys are just joining, we're doing a podcast. It's In the Closet podcast, but it's not what you think. But for Michael, it might be. No, you're not. And we have Michael as the guest tonight, and this is what we do. So we were just talking about random stuff tonight.
Yeah.
Michael just joined TikTok, so you're going to have so much fun with this app.
Yeah, but nobody cares. None of these people followed me.
Well, follow Michael. Again, is that
Oh, no, I'm following 3 people.
Michael? I can't type on.
Okay, so Michael, MichaelLindenRen, So Michael Linden Wren.
Follow him.
I want to see follows. Right now.
Because
Especially boys in here that are the stereotypical boys that want to wife me up.
that are ages what and over.
I need to stop because people are going to listen to this and they're going to be like, he's fucking lost.
No.
Ages. She's going to dance.
Let me see what's happening on here.
So
Hey! Hold on, can I grab your
Yeah.
Okay. Michael is new to TikTok, so
what was that?
A dance.
we
It
are
was very
we start making you
seductive.
go through
Was
a
it?
stupid tutorial.
Who was
All
it?
right,
God, so
I know. So this is your For You page.
Oh, he's cute.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He was really
There'll be
cute.
more.
This is your For You
Yeah.
page. So this is like things they think you're gonna
Ooh.
like. Oh.
What's he doing?
We're teaching Michael about TikTok.
Oh!
Hey!
Oh! I don't like that. That really gave me anxiety. So I was like thinking his shins are going to fall the fuck off. It's going to break right in. Oh my.
What is Michael doing? They say, what is Michael doing? Michael is experiencing TikTok for the first time.
Yeah, I don't know anything about TikTok.
Okay, follow this guy.
What's he say?
Hathaway. He's amazing. You know who his cousin is?
Who?
Think of a Hathaway.
Don't tell me. I don't want to know because I don't want that to make me think about him. So
Okay.
I-H-A.
H-A Hathaway. H-A
Just
Yeah.
I Hathaway.
I Hathaway. Follow him.
Okay, is he a sweetheart?
Yes.
Okay, good. He has. Okay, is it Ian Travis Hathaway?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll follow him if
Okay,
he follows
I'm
me.
following. Did he
Listen,
say something to me?
Ian,
I'll follow you if you follow me.
he said at Ange Fitco, what is Michael doing? LOL. Hey Ian, follow Michael back. He just followed you on TikTok.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Aw, he seems like a really nice guy.
He's very, very,
Yeah.
very nice. Like he talked to us a lot last night. The golf guy.
Yeah.
But I wanted to tell
celebrity
him.
golf.
No. Don't tell him who his cousin is.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
I didn't
I
tell
don't want to
him.
know because I don't want. Listen, guys. I genuinely like people. Like I even think sometimes I'm like I would like to fucking call up Nicki Minaj. Like and I'm gonna get serious. Listen to me. Because I'm like I think I believe in myself to be able to have a tangible and legitimate conversation that is absent of that star value, to be able to like just say, girl, fuck what the haters are saying to you, because like she has a problem with like constantly having to interact with the people who talk shit about her. I'm like, you're not doing anything but hurting your brand by giving these people coverage.
That's true.
Because you're getting pissed and they're talking all this shit.
Right.
So like I don't want to be encumbered
Right.
by knowing who someone's attached to.
Right.
I want to be able to just have let's just be friends.
Right.
I want to be friends.
You know what? That's funny you say that. I saw something today, and if I had access to my phone, I could quote it. But it was somebody that my friend Sarah Williamson, Sarah Alex, they just broke up.
Oh yeah, Sarah.
lesbian
She's
friends.
awesome. Yeah.
Yes. She she reposted something this guy said, and it was saying something like, if it wasn't for the haters, we wouldn't have specific songs, like the Alanis Morissette song and like some of the Pink songs, like some of the hate songs that we have, that we all sing.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the haters, some of these epic songs we have we wouldn't have.
Can I have a rebuttal?
Yeah.
But my rebuttal to that, yeah, while we love those because there's an emotional attachment to those feelings.
Yes.
So think about the world that we would live in if we didn't have to worry about that bullshit every day.
No, that's true.
Think about
I
not
agree.
caring to hear those fucking songs that speak to our emotions. Think about having the like to have that like capacity to be like, what? Like this isn't pertinent to my life. Like I think that's the world that I would love to be a part of, and that's the world that I would love to help create. Right?
Yeah. No,
you know?
I agree with
So
that.
it's like I'm like whatever I could do without
You
that
gotta try
if it's
to
better.
create it, and you can create it from
And
your.
I'm going to.
You can
by
create
these
it from
stories.
your
Yes. I love it.
standpoint, but the reality too is that we got to remember that we're all human, and shit happens.
Of course,
Right?
Yeah.
Jeff
But
is here
what-
to level us out.
No, I'm not leveling this out.
Oh,
I'm saying you take that and what are you going to do with it, right?
You can be so sweet. Can I have a hug? Oh, I love you.
First, Michael's inviting Jeff, and now he's hugging Jeff. First, he's the biter, and now he's a hugger.
I've been bit tonight, and I've been
I've had
hugged
2
tonight.
glasses of wine, guys. Like half a glass gets me tipsy. Like I just did a barrel roll cartwheel flip.
and meanwhile, I've had a whole bottle. And
He's
I'm
going to be
totally
sleeping on our couch.
fine. No, but I agree. I mean, there's benefit to all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no, I'm saying from a reality standpoint, it's like you don't want to get blindsided by the emotion or the negative things that are going to happen. You got to understand that in your life, really bad things are going to happen because we're human. But do we live a life positive enough that we can survive those and still be whole?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, and exude positivity. You know
whoa,
what I
you're
mean?
deep.
Mm-hmm.
You said
And
exude.
I'm killing it tonight.
You are. You're in your philosophical mood.
Seriously though, I mean, we want to be able to like. That's what I want. I want to be able to give people energy that's positive.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Like, okay, so let's talk about haters for a second, okay? Because there's haters on TikTok you'll find, okay? So just be prepared. If you really put yourself out there on TikTok, you guys know what I'm talking about. There's haters out there. People have
They're
called
miserable
me.
people.
Listen, people have called me boomer, old, Karen.
They just want to bang her.
Okay, they call me all this negative stuff, and it affects me, and it makes me feel. No, it's okay. It makes me feel a certain type of way. Okay, even though I'm like, fuck you. Okay,
Okay, boomer.
Michael, I've got a whip on the table, and I will use it. Both of you, I'll whip you both. You guys know what I'm talking about. There's haters out there.
Oh,
but what I'm saying
shoot.
is, like, Jeff can thrive on that, and he can respond, because we did a
Oh, it
video.
gives me an erection. Like, I
Listen.
can't wait. I love it when people hate on me.
Say what? Okay.
I get
We
excited.
did a video on Jeff's TikTok that really blew up, okay? And there was a lot of haters on there, and there's a lot of lovers at the same time. But I pick out the haters and I focus on that. He picks out the lovers and focuses on it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing with my videos. I've done a lot of
People
videos
are telling me I have
where,
bars,
where
and that's all I
have-
can think about. I got
People-
bars.
People have responded to my videos in very positive manner.
Yeah.
But there's also been people who've responded to my videos in like some negative light. And at the beginning of my TikTok journey, which is so sad to say, so sad to say, right?
You need more?
No.
I picked up on these negative things and I would get upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm starting to develop more into Jeff's pattern of kind of like laughing it off.
Yeah.
You
It's
know
a
what I'm
learning
saying?
curve, right?
It's a learning curve.
Yeah.
It is. TikTok is a learning curve. Am I right?
Well, there's a learning curve for everything you do.
Everything.
Everything you do. You know, like
Except
literally.
for sex, she's pretty good about that.
Oh my!
from the
He
start.
just
like,
cannot.
literally.
You
Welcome.
cannot. YOU space CANNOT space HELP space YOURSELF. What is the exclamation point? You cannot help yourself, you dirty boy.
I can't.
He's so dirty.
Can't. That was it.
You're a raunchy boy.
Yes.
That wasn't dirty.
He's
No,
always
it's just because your mind is always like, how do I talk about sex?
Yes.
Actually, it's
My
the
spirit
opposite
animal.
of that.
Yes.
Actually, I don't ever.
It is not opposite that.
It is. I don't ever think about it. It's
Let's
instinct.
talk about
It's-
sex, baby.
Let's talk
I
about
don't
you
try.
and me. Let's talk about
Oh my
all the good
God.
things
How
and
did I
the
get
bad
caught in
things
this
that
shit?
can be. See?
You guys are creeps.
He's my
No,
spirit
you're the
animal.
creep.
Listen. I don't even try at it. That's the problem.
Oh, please.
Do I try?
I mean, what?
It's
That's even
reflex.
worse. That's even worse.
Do you hear what he's saying? Do you hear what he's saying?
Yeah.
It's instinct.
Yes. It's even worse.
I'm witty. That's how I describe it.
Witty? Can you describe? Here, hang on. Let's ask Siri what witty is.
Please do.
Siri, can you define witty for us?
Witty means showing or characterized by quick and inventive verbal humor.
Well, I guess maybe that could work. So that backfired.
Again, welcome to my world.
So you're witty, but you're dirty witty.
I'm dirty witty.
Yeah. You
Another
D-I-R-T-Y.
nickname.
Dirty witty.
Dirty witty.
Dirty witty.
Oh my gosh. This is
Dirty witty.
I want to
I'm
be
gonna
able to
change
interact
my-
with you. There's more people coming in and joining. Wayne Tracy. Hey, Wayne.
Wayne Tracy?
Wayne, are you a stereotypical man? Wayne Tracy?
He'll answer.
You think he will?
Oh yeah, he'll answer.
Wayne Tracy, I want to know. Wayne Tracy, are you on Facebook? Wayne, I kind of get it. This is what I feel like with your thing that you look like. I kind of envision you with a little bit of long hair. Oh, Redder says, how's it going, guys? Oh, that's so nice of him to ask.
I know, but 666.
Well, maybe it's just like him
Redder's
joking.
666. That scares me when I check
It's
out.
okay.
I know it's okay. But when I
He's
check
like,
out,
that's okay. He might be hot.
it's okay. But when I check out at like whatever Kroger,
Mm-hmm.
and like if my total comes to 666, $6.
Yeah, I'm a little like,
I'm like, let me get some gum.
But I kind of like that now. I'm like, yeah, whatever, because it's just a number that we put this
Oh my
emotion
gosh, I
to.
like that.
I agree to that.
Yeah.
I like that, but
I agree to that. I think it's BS.
User number 995 whatever says I'm
Oh,
drunk.
he's drunk.
So is he.
I kind of am too. User, can you add me so we can be friends? User, so my name is Michael, Michael, Linden, User, let's be friends on TikTok. I just created a TikTok. I would love to be friends with you because you're drunk and I'm tipsy.
Oh.
Kevin Denny 7. Hey there, Kevin. Hey there. Kevin, it's so nice to have you a part of the chat and the conversation. I appreciate it, bro.
Yes.
I'm talking like I'm on my own stream. I'm taking over.
You are. It's great.
It's the Michael takeover. I love
Yeah, hey there.
I love it.
Jackson. Oh, Jason. Jason 420.
I don't
Jason
like
X 420.
it. I don't like
Jason
the
gets-
ones.
I just automatically think all these guys are hot.
Hi.
Jason, I bet you're hot. Kevin, I bet you're cute. User, I think you're probably cute too.
What is the stereotypical cute name? Like if they have a name,
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
the hair.
yeah. No, it's just
Oh,
the thing. Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
just falling
wow.
apart.
what's the stereotypical
A
cute
stereotypical cute name is Zach.
What about Ethan?
No.
Evan?
I think Ethan
Kind of. Evan.
and Evan are better than Zach.
There's a guy that's really cute. That's
Oh
a
wait,
friend.
no. User number whatever says she's hot. That's me.
Oh, well,
High
user.
High
I
five.
don't know what to say.
High
Aw, he said she's hot. But, user, I think you're probably hot too. And I'm complimenting you, so tell me I'm hot. I'm the one that cares about you.
User is not a hot name.
Well, I think it probably is
Here's
because
the
he's
thing.
probably got that complex
But
where he's
listen,
like, I don't want to
that's
be fully
why
invested.
user is probably hot
Mhm.
because they're
He
not.
ain't flaunted it.
He's not advertising that he's hot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice board. Thank you.
Nice beard.
No,
You just
nice
said nice
beard.
beard. He gave me a compliment.
Nice
Yeah.
board. I can't see. And
You
I don't
sure he
really
wasn't
get
talking to
this.
you?
He gave me a compliment. Oh.
Jeff is dirty. Wrong.
Jeff is mean.
Jeff's mean. I don't want to get too close because it's like I can't see it, so I don't want to get too close.
Clint Allen joined.
Clint might be a hot name.
Yasin.
Clint is so country.
Yasin
Are
Sindar.
you into the country
I'm
boys?
sorry.
Are you?
Yes.
Country boys.
Oh, there's a country boy?
Well, Clint, I feel like is a country boy.
Oh, okay.
It might not be though that way.